Yo, what's going on, everybody? You're watching Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green, and welcome to day 2 of NBA Free Agency coverage here on New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. A lot of moves already happened around the NBA today. The New York Knicks have used their taxpayer mid-level exception by going out and signing Guuerschon Yabusele. Just get some buckets. That's all that matters to me. I think it's pretty clear the New York Knicks had a direction that they wanted to travel down during free agency, and that was improving the bench, and specifically improving the bench scoring. You see Jordan Clarkson being signed. He's literally the best sixth man of all time when it comes to points per game for people that have come off the bench for 500-plus games. Averaged 16 points per game last year for the Utah Jazz. You go out and you add Yabusele, who averaged 11 points per game for the Philadelphia 76ers. And he did that for a large part of the season playing out of position. He was essentially their center once Joel Embiid was Joel Embiiding. And now he's going to be able to play more of his proper position, which is a power forward spot. I love the idea of him playing alongside Mitchell Robinson. Not the biggest fan of him in town sharing the floor together because both of those guys are just somewhat negative defensive assets. But the offensive focus for Leon Rose is on full display. And we have said it time and time and time again on this channel. If you have Karl Anthony Towns and you have Jalen Brunson, just lean into what you are and go all out and try to be the best offense in the NBA. And they're trying to do that. And that's the way I think that this Knicks team is going to win the NBA title. Shout out to y'all, already 100-plus people in the chat. Let's just get the comment section going. If you were here day one, if you've been with this channel running on 3+ years at this point, give me a real one down in the comment section. We'll give shout-outs to everybody that does. Shout out to y'all, and if you could, please click that thumbs-up icon. We'll be recapping the entirety of Day 2 of NBA Free Agency. We'll take a look at the best available free agents left, moves that the New York Knicks could potentially make, and so much more. Time and the Buckeye in the building, as always. He is a real one. Jaden Rossi is a real one. Will McConaughey, the definition of a real one. Drip in the building. What up? Sam Jackson, what's happening, my man? Levi's the best. Yes, sir. Anthony Clark hanging out. That's my guy. M. Dot, what up? What's going on, Dean? Did YouTube go back to the usernames?
I think so.
Good, because it's way better like that.
Oh, it's way better.
Way better. Jose Rivera, what's happening, my man? Shout out to you. Time in the Buckeye, one of the best mods in the game. Reese in the building, what up? Diverse saying, let's go, Knicks. Shout out to y'all. We appreciate you. Brian Scan coming in with a super chat. We'll get to that momentarily. Shout out to you, Brian. We appreciate you. Paul, what's happening, man? Good to see you in the building. Yo, 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 what's up? We appreciate everybody hanging out with the real one. Snooty. Snooty's a real one, and he's always on time. That's my guy right there. Creed. How we feel? Creed, not a big fan of the Yabusele move.
Really?
Yeah, I saw him DM me on Twitter. Apologize for not getting back to you. The Knicks had breaking news, and the Giants had breaking news, and it was a helter-skelter of a morning, that's for sure. Jaden Rossi says, bro, what are the Bucks doing, dog? It's a great question, Jaden Rossi. We'll get into the Bucks and maybe revisit Giannis Antetokounmpo as a trade guy because that story just does not go away, does it? Isaiah Acosta, what's happening? Hector Rivera says, give me CP3. I think CP3 is going back to the LACs, the Los Angeles Clippers. That's what I'm feeling. Brian Scam, what's happening? I did not. What did he say?
We're focusing in, and we'll have a resolution on the coaching staff soon.
Thanks for nothing, Mark.
Yeah.
So is this, the Knicks have been telling prospective free agents that they are nearing a resolution. Mike Brown, you're a New York Knick. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
He is failing upwards. Yeah, I have a lot more to say about that. That's for sure. Brian, what's happening, my man? Bronson, action Bronson. Brunson, not point guard. Get point forward combo guard. Where do they grow those? What tree can we go pick that guy off? because that guy's a max player. If you're a point forward and a combo guard, you're a max player. And the New York Knicks, they've got the opposite of max player money. They have veteran minimum money at this point. They use the taxpayer mid-level exception on Guuerschon, Yabusele. So they are now hard capped at that second apron. And at this point, all they can hand out is veteran minimum deals, and unless they're going to go out and make a big trade. So I disagree. I do think Jalen Brunson's a point guard. I actually think he's the second best point guard in the NBA. Get a point forward combo guard. I did tweet out, and I don't know if Alper saw it. I don't hate Ben Simmons on the vet men.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it either.
I don't hate Ben Simmons on the veteran minimum. He can guard 1 through 5. He can handle the ball. He can push the break. He is a good passer. He sometimes does not shoot wide open layups, but I still think this Knicks team could use another athlete, and Ben Simmons is an athlete.
Ben Simmons is still athletic. He just can't score. But you signed Yabusele and Jordan Clarkson, both guys who can, well, Jordan Clarkson definitely can score. Yabusele, solid 4. I know he played center for the 76ers, but he's a solid guy to come off the bench. It's not like you're having Campaign and Precious Achiuwa come in, you're like, what the hell is going to happen? I wouldn't mind Ben Simmons. Playing with those guys? Yeah, I'm okay with it.
I don't hate it. We'll take a look at the top free agents coming up in a second. Brian, thank you for the super chat, my friend. If you guys are enjoying free agency and the coverage and the Knicks moves so far, please hit that thumbs up icon. Over 200 people in the chat. Click that thumbs up icon if you could. It's free, it's easy, and it's going to help us continue to grow this channel as we are on our way to 100,000 subscribers. So please, please, please click that like button, and once you have, type me in the chat. Once we get to 100 likes, we'll dive into the best 5 free agents at every single position, and we'll talk about if the New York Knicks can target those players. Johnson, what's up, Beast? Can we still get Shamet? Absolutely, you can still sign Shamet. You are hard capped at that second apron. I'm going to actually go see if Bobby Marks put out a new picture.
So there was one picture, and I don't know if you saw it, Marsh. I can move it over. It's from Ian Begley. He quoted it, and it was from Yazzie Goslin.
Yeah, Yazzie, yeah.
He tweeted out the whole entire salary cap and apron situation after the Yabusele signing. I can move that over if we want to see it.
I'm slacking you a link from TV from the Marks. I just selected TV.
TV,
if you wanna,
got it.
Do that number. Anthony Clark liked the video. Shout out to you. Levi's the best type me. We appreciate y'all. That's why y'all are 2 real ones, my man. Shout out to y'all. Creed, we need another wing. You got one. A first-round pick. Pacome Dadier. Are we forgetting about Pacome Dadier? Or are we sleeping on Pacome Dadier? Or do we have the right?
We're sleeping on Pacome.
We're sleeping on him?
It's because he didn't play.
We need another center. You got Karl Anthony Towns, you got Mitchell Robinson, and you got Ariel Hukporti. How many centers do you want? We're not the Houston Rockets. We don't farm centers. Pacome is raw. Pause. Come on, Creed. Come on, dog.
Come on, Creed.
Carl Knight, what up? Reese says we didn't play enough of Pacome. I'd love to see what he can really do. Who's better, Rockets or Nuggets? It's a good question. I would probably take, in a 7-game series, the Nuggets.
I'd take the Nuggets just because Jokic.
Yeah, they have the best player.
And then you have Cam Johnson.
And I think Johnson's going to be a big boost to that squad. 235 people in the chat. Salute to y'all for checking in over here at Knicks Now by Chat Sports. If you could, please hit that thumbs up icon. Only 43 likes. Rookie numbers. Not even 50%. Come on, help us out. Hit that like button. Would really, really appreciate it. So you look at kind of the overall roster for the Knicks and where they sit at when it comes to contracts and players on the roster. So you got Brunson, you got Bridges, you got Hart, Anunoby, and Towns. Those 5 guys are here. You also have Deuce McBride, Tyler Kolek, Jordan Clarkson, Guuerschon Yabusele, Pacome Dadier, Mitchell Robinson, and Ariel Hukporti. So that's 3, 7. You have 12 players on the roster at this moment, and that is not including your second-round pick and Mohamed Diawara. You also could turn Kevin McCullough Jr. into a player on an NBA deal as well. So you could still do that. You could still bring back Landry Shamet. You could bring back DeLon Wright. You could find a way to bring back P.J. Tucker. But with 12 people on the roster, you have 2 roster spots to fill, and you're $3.8 million away from that second apron. And the Knicks cannot spend $1 more than that second apron, because when you use the taxpayer mid-level exception, like they did to sign Guuerschon Yabusele, you're hard capped there. So the Knicks have to fill out 2 more roster spots, and they have to do it with less than $3.8 million. So I'm expecting Kevin McCullough Jr. to come up on a cheap deal, and then potentially one more veteran minimum guy. Maybe that's DeLon Wright. Maybe that's Landry Shamet. But I kind of think that's the way the New York Knicks are going to operate on that.
Yeah, I kind of agree here. But at this point now, you kind of see your rotation set anyway. You have your starting 5, and I think Pacome Dadier and Tyler Kolek are probably going to get more minutes than they did last year. At least I hope, because they're your draft picks, like specifically Dadier. But Yabusele and Jordan Clarkson are going to be the bulk of your bench. Like, you got to assume the Knicks are probably going to run an 8-man rotation of your starting 5, and then Clarkson, Deuce, Yabusele, and Mitchell Robinson, and maybe Huck Porty. Down the line with Yabusele, he can come in and play center. I mean, he's a little shorter, but I assume, like you've said, Marsh, that Yabusele and Mitchell Robinson are probably going to be on the court around the same time.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what you want to work with. I'm sure we'll see some Towns and Yabusele work together. Yossi saying the New York Knicks salary cap and apron situations, they will need to sign a player to a rookie minimum salary to stay under the second apron. Look at Mohamed Diawara or James Najee. And then maybe it's another 2-way deal for Kevin McCullough Jr.
Yeah.
Could be that. So maybe Mohamed Diawara ends up getting that rookie scale deal, or maybe you do James Najee, who's going to be playing in the Summer League for you this year. Knicks are kind of set already.
Yeah.
Knicks are kind of set. You could use one more veteran minimum guy. I'm sure they're kicking the tires on Landry Shamet. I think that campaign is gone. I think Preston Chua is for sure gone. And it's between DeLon Wright and Landry Shamet, and that's kind of where you're at. The only thing I don't love at this point with the roster is you really only have one point guard and Jalen Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
Deuce McBride is a 2. Jordan Clarkson is a 2. Yes, you have Tyler Kolek, but he's unproven at this point. And I don't mind them going out and signing a veteran minimum point guard just for depth, because, knock on wood, what happens if Jalen Brunson rolls an ankle and he has to miss another month? Who's going to be your starting point guard? Is Tyler Kolek ready for that? I don't think they're going to put Deuce McBride as a start. It's hard to know because you don't know who the coach is. But I think another veteran minimum guy that could play point guard would be nice.
Someone that, and that would be a perfect guy. That is Ben Simmons, a guy that it's not going to look to score, but he's still a playmaker. He can handle the basketball, and he could facilitate.
Up, man. He D's up.
Great defender.
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. They really only have one more move to make, and that could not be for a couple of weeks. Clarkson could play point guard. He's 6'3". Well, I'm not just looking at the height, Vasquez. I'm looking at ball handling ability. I will say Jordan Clarkson is an underrated facilitator. His assist percentage is extremely high, but I don't know if I want Jordan Clarkson handling the rock for 38 minutes a night if Brunson does have to miss some time. He's an off ball. He's a secondary guard to me. He's a secondary guard. So I don't mind that. They just tweaked that logo.
Oh yeah,
over him. The Brotherhood Sports says Clarkson could distribute. He's not bad. He's not bad as a distributor, but he is a score-first player. He's a score-first guy through and through. I want CP3. CP3's going to the Clippers, from my knowledge.
He's staying on the West Coast.
Johnson, you says, remember how Mike Breen was flaming Clarkson about him? Yeah, I watched the clip again last night. He roasted him.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
It's like he's just taking terrible shots.
That was interesting stuff. I want a wing or shooter. Like who? Like who? Joel Santos says, let's get Westbrook. I think the door on Westbrook has officially been shut.
I can't remember. Someone tweeted out. It might have been Stein that said the Knicks are no longer pursuing Westbrook.
Yeah, I think that door is shut at this point. That door is shut. The Brotherhood Sports, I think, is also the same person as the Angry Casual Fan, saying we should have signed Chris Paul. You've said it 4 times, and I've told you 4 times. He wants to be a Clipper.
If he
wants to live on the West Coast. So, yeah. TJ Warren, I think TJ Warren is
his time is up.
And I don't think he's probably too happy with the New York Knicks either. Nostalgic Nick, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. What up, Webb? He says, Dink. Look, I love Dink Pate. I am the leader of the Dink Pate fan club.
If he shows out in Summer League, you never know.
Look, I'm never going to say never. I think that he could use a 2-way deal for the Knicks. I think some more time in the G League, some more development could benefit him.
Carl Knight says Johnny Juzang or Amir Coffee.
Amir Coffee's out there. 350 people watching. We're 39 likes away from 100 likes. Once we get to 100 likes on today's show, we're going to go through the top remaining free agents at every single position. The Knicks do need to sign someone else unless they're going to make James Najee and Mohamed Diawara the 13th and 14th player on this team. And I don't know if that's the best way to do it. So if you could, please hit that like button. It's the thumbs up icon. If you're watching on your phone, just turn it vertical, click the like button, and go back to watching it on landscape mode. If you've liked the video, type me in the chat so I at least know who the real ones are. Jay Crowder. Is Jay Crowder still in the NBA?
Is he? I thought he was on the Bucks.
Do 2-ways count as a part of the 14? It's a great question. I think the answer to that is no, Johnson. I think you have to have 14 NBA deals. 14 NBA deals.
Jay Crowder is currently on the Sacramento Kings.
Okay. The more you know. The more you know. Jaden Rossi, bring Damon on the vet men for the playoffs. Sounds like Damian Lillard is looking for more money than the vet men still.
And I think there's a certain team down south that might be willing to give him that money.
MSG South?
Yeah, MSG South.
The Dame news is crazy. It was a shocker.
It was a big shocker.
It was definitely a shocker. Time to call up Raymond Felton for the 3rd time.
Donut.
Martian Alper, do you love the Knicks moves? I would grade the Knicks free agency so far as a strong B+.
Yeah, I'd rate it like a B. It's nothing like, I like it, but how much can you like it with just how little money you were able to work with? I do like our bench more than we did last year, but ask me in January when I've seen them on the court.
Yeah, I would go B+, almost A- for the fact that, like, if Jordan Clarkson wasn't bought out, he would have signed the taxpayer mid-level exception somewhere. And I think if you told me the Knicks were going to add a 16-point-per-game scorer last year to this team for the veteran minimum and also get Yabusele, who is going to score double-digit points off the bench for you.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's a strong B+, almost an A-. You made lemonade out of some rotten lemons, and it doesn't taste too bad. I like the moves. I do.
For what you had to work with, Leon did good. Didn't make any mistakes, any signings where I was like, what are we doing here? Like last year when we signed Campaign, I was just like, what is this? You knew what Campaign was, and you knew he wasn't really going to help this team. I feel like Jordan Clarkson and Yabusele are specifically going to help this team in their depth, and that was the problem last year. They didn't have a lot of depth.
And we got NBA TV showing a Knicks projected depth chart, and it doesn't have Jordan Clarkson or Yabusele on there. This has to be a rerun, right? I mean, I don't know what they're doing.
I think so, because this is from last night, because they were live late last night. I don't think they're going.
Nice. Batteries are low.
Bathroom makeover. I think there's tennis on ESPN right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Numbers on the board. NBA Free Agency Day 2 and
What's on ESPN 2
show now?
What is ESPN 2? What is numbers on the board?
Kenny has an NBA show now. It's pretty cool.
Well, McConaughey coming in with a $2 super chat. We'll get that on the board.
Will McConaughey, what's up, my man? Shout out to you, brother. Marsh, what is your basic starter bench rotation? I like it, man. I like it. And one thing I'm curious of for the Knicks, and I guess we won't know until we get a coach, what is the starting lineup going to be? Are you going to run with the starters that you had at the end of the season, where Mitchell Robinson was the center and Karl Anthony Towns was the 4, and Josh Hart was coming off the bench with Mikal and OG at the 2 and the 3? Or are you going to run the lineup that you ran all regular season long of Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Hart, and Towns? Or do you have Robinson and Hart come off the bench and you start Deuce McBride at the 2? I don't know. I really don't know what they're going to do, and it's impossible to say at this point because we do not even know who the coach is.
My ideal lineup would be what we ran in the playoffs. I would like Mitch to start.
Mitch to start?
I would like Mitch to start with Cat at the 4. And then Hart is the first guy off the bench.
I think Cat's a center, personally. I think he's a center. I think for him to reach his peak as a player, he needs to be a center. His best offensive seasons have come as a center. He was just third-team All-NBA as one, and I just want to lean into being a better offensive team. Like, I don't think starting Mitchell Robinson raises the defense enough to override the struggles that he's going to bring to your offense.
If you're going full offense, which is what the Knicks want in a head coach, and specifically that's what Mike Brown is, then yeah, you're right. You got to be able to push the pace with Karl Anthony Towns, because if you have Mitchell Robinson there, you can't push the pace whatsoever. He's too slow.
Like I wouldn't be mad if they started Robinson. I think he's worthy of being a starter, that's for sure. I would personally start Deuce McBride at the 2.
Okay.
You get a point of attack defender, and you get someone that can actually guard point guards, and you can have OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges go back to being your wing defenders, and you have Karl Anthony Towns, and I can run a 2-man game of Brunson and Cat, and I have 3 guys around him that should be able to knock down shots. And off the bench, like, you have Hart, you have Robinson, you have Yabusele, and you have Clarkson, and that's a damn good 9-man rotation.
So you want Hart to come off the bench no matter what?
Yeah, I think Hart should come off the bench. I think Hart should come off the bench. Be a guy that instead of playing 38 minutes per game, plays 28 minutes per game. I think for this team to reach its peak, they have to maximize the offensive duo of Brunson and Cat. And I think starting Hart and or starting Robinson just hinders that a little bit. That's just kind of my view on it at this point.
No, I see that. I think that Josh Hart, I think the experiment with Josh Hart starting for the last how many years, it's run its course. Especially with just, you've seen his shot decline. You haven't, I mean, I don't know what was wrong with him, but his coast-to-coast moves, you did not see that anymore. And I don't know if we're going to get that back, so I'd rather just have him come off the bench. Because he was hindering this offense throughout the whole entire postseason.
Andy Katz says if Josh Hart can get his jumper this summer, he's a starter. Yeah, but he's also like 30.
30.
And how many years of the NBA are we going to say that about Josh Hart? Look, no one's got to convince me how impactful a player is. I love Josh Hart. I just don't know if we saw what happened. Brunson and Cat need space. And if you're a 6'4" wing, and you could be guarded by opposing centers and sag off and dominate the paint defensively, you're lowering the ceiling for Brunson as a player. And I understand, like, the idea of we need a rim protector in Mitchell Robinson. Just because he doesn't start doesn't mean he's not going to play a lot. I still want him to play 24 minutes a game.
Yeah, 24, 25.
Like, is Mitchell Robinson ready to be a starter and play 30 minutes a game and play every single night? Should Mitchell Robinson play back-to-backs this year? I'm probably going to say no. And I don't want my starting lineup to be changed every back-to-back because he can't play. Like, that would be my plan for him. You don't play back-to-backs this year. You never play back-to-backs again. And I don't know. That's just kind of how I view it at this point. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying anyone else is wrong. It's just my opinion.
Now, if he doesn't sign the extension, do you trade him by the trade deadline for Mitchell Robinson?
If I don't get pen to paper extension on Mikal Bridges and Mitchell Robinson, I'm looking to trade them both. That's kind of where I'm at. And I don't think I'm going to move off that take, and I'm not sure Leon Rose is moving off that stance either.
You can't just let him walk for nothing.
And you can't enter the season with no security long term. We're seeing how strict this CBA is, and you want to have that roster spot, that salary forever moving and into the future. And, like, think about it like this, okay? If the Knicks put up that Bobby Marks graphic for me if you can again.
Yes, sir.
Because I just want to I need to see it for, like, what I'm trying to say here. If the Knicks lose Mitchell Robinson and Mikal Bridges, they're not going to have cap space still. Like, nothing's going to change. So you want to roll that money over to be able to make moves on top of it. So Yabusele is on a 2-year deal, player option. Let's say he accepts the player option for next season, right? Well, Brunson's money goes up. Josh Hart's money goes up. OG's money goes up. And Towns' money goes up. We'll take the $14 million from Robinson off the books. We'll take $24 million from Bridges off the books. So 24 plus 14, what's that? 38 million. You're at $204 million right now. 200 minus 40, you're at 160. The tax threshold is like 187. So, like, you're not getting more cap space if you just let those guys go. You're not going to be able to just replace them. That's why if they don't sign extensions, I think you seriously have to think about trading them. Or you're leaving yourself open to being ass out. And I don't think that's how a smart team operates. And Leon Rose was operated very smartly. And I just don't see him doing that. I don't see him leaving himself in a spot where he can get screwed.
And you can get screwed if you wait until, like, the trade deadline, because a team's going to look at that and be like, well, they're free agents at the end of the year. Do we really want to guarantee a half-a-year rental when we can just wait for them unless it's a team that's trying to make a late push for a championship? Is anybody going to want Mikal Bridges or Mitchell Robinson at the trade deadline and take in that contract? You might get screwed. So you might have to do it before the season begins if they don't agree on terms for an extension.
Mikal Bridges can sign the extension right now. Why is he not? Why has he not signed it? I don't think he didn't sign it just because he hasn't gotten to a pen and hasn't been able to do it. There's a reason he hasn't signed. I don't know what the reason is, but if we put on our thinking caps,
wants more money.
He wants more money? Or what happens if you sign an extension? You can't be traded for 6 months. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah.
Man. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Take care now. R.I.P. OJ. I think that there's 2 reasons he could potentially not have signed. Him and the Knicks are far apart on a deal. The Knicks want to maintain flexibility if some guy named Giannis becomes available.
And the report we got from Chris Haynes this morning, he's not too happy about the moves they're making and them waiving Damian Lillard.
NYC B-ball, y'all want to trade everyone. No, we don't. We're just telling you what could happen, man. You're too old to be using emojis. Come on, man. It's just speaking out loud. Just speaking out loud, man. Like thinking out loud. Just like y'all told me the Knicks would never trade Randall. As like I told you, they weren't even close on a contract extension. Man, why are we talking about trading Randall? We'll never trade Randall. Randall's a Knick for life. Yeah, well, he wasn't.
Same with RJ.
I mean, guys, they've shown us. Leon Rose has shown us how he operates. It would be dumb for us not to digest what he's told us. The Bucks getting Turner was a good get. It was. But immediately after that, and the way that they got Miles Turner was that they had to stretch and waive Damian Lillard. And now, instead of his contract coming off the books potentially this time next year, he is under contract. Sorry, not under contract. He has a cap hit on the Milwaukee Bucks roster at $22 million for the next 5 years. And like Alper just said, Chris Haynes reported, Giannis was not happy with them stretching and waiving Damian Lillard. Look, I don't think Giannis is going to get traded, but there's a reason that an extension for Mikal Bridges has not been signed. Why is that? I don't know. But I'm just trying to let you guys know why I think that is. And I don't think it's the craziest thing in the world for Leon Rose to want to maintain flexibility.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Owed $113 million over the next 5 years.
That's a lot of money.
That's a ton of money.
You're not winning a championship with a $22 million dead cap hit for 5 years.
And, like, the moves that they've made, like Miles Turner, you're Gary Harris, you trade away Pat Connaughton for Micic. Jericho Sims, is he going to be your backup center now? Next to Turner? Like behind Turner? And who's their point guard?
It's a great question. He's wasting his career. He is wasting his career. Is Miles Turner supposed to want... Is that supposed to make Giannis want to stay a Buck? Miles Turner?
Miles Turner is a upgrade from Brook Lopez because both of them can't rebound and they both shoot threes.
And, like, we all watched the finals. Miles Turner was watching Tony Bradley play a lot.
I was hitting his under and rebounds every single game. It's great to see.
I just don't. I get it. Like, Giannis is loyal and all that. That shit sounds good until you lose in the first round again.
Again and
for
again.
the fourth year in a row.
And again.
Like, that sounds good. At what point are you going to be loyal to yourself? At what point are you going to do that?
At what point are you not content on your whole entire career just a 1-year post-bubble ring? That's it.
Like, he hasn't even got out of the first round, I don't think, since they've won the title. Definitely hasn't been to the conference finals.
I don't know. Giannis was hurt the last 2 playoffs. He still played. Well, he didn't play last one.
I don't know. I just think he's got to figure out what he wants in life. And if you want to win championships and you want to try to be one of the best players of all time, which you've got the potential to be, it ain't happening with the Bucks, man. It just ain't happening with the Bucks. Jalen Williams of the Thunder is having surgery and will be reevaluated in 12 weeks after undergoing surgery to a torn scapholunate ligament in his right wrist. Whatever the hell that means.
Whatever that means.
Creed, what up, Beast? 2 questions. Are we a super team? No, we are not a super team. You have 2 players that have made all NBA teams. Therefore, you cannot be a super team. Is 60 wins unrealistic? Like, I don't care how many games they win, to be honest.
The Cavs had the best record in the East.
And they lost in round 2.
Yeah.
The Cavs had the Celtics had the second best record in the East, and they lost in round 2. This is how spoiled we have become. It's NBA Finals appearance or bust for me. And that's just kind of where I'm at this point. You got to the Eastern Conference Finals this year. You lost in 6. And the team that won the East is now out of the contention for the East due to an injury to Halliburton and them losing their starting center. And the Boston Celtics are actively tanking. When it comes, are we a super team? No, I don't think so, because
super teams aren't a thing anymore.
Yeah, super teams aren't a thing, and I think to be a super team, you have to have multiple players that are top 10 guys, and I think the Knicks have 1 guy that's top 10. When it comes to 60 wins, I don't think it's unrealistic at all. But you're gonna have to stay healthy again. The Knicks had some of the best injury luck last year in the regular season. Shout out to their new training staff. They deserve credit for that as well. But is OG Anunoby going to play as many games as he did? Is Karl Anthony Towns going to play as many games as he did? There's a lot of variance that can happen from year to year. But no, I don't think that 60 wins is unrealistic. I also, I don't know. I
don't care.
Yeah, that's just kind of what I'm getting to. I know that's exciting, 60 wins. Give me to the playoffs. Give me home court advantage in round 1, and get me there healthy. And let's roll. Those are my biggest concerns.
All I care about is just be healthy.
Yeah.
You saw Brunson. The past 2 years he's gotten hurt. He had the ankle last year, and then the knee the year before. And thankfully, he was healthy for the playoffs. But then 2 years ago, they got hurt. Last year, just didn't win. Get to the finals and be healthy.
What?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
No.
Oh, my God. It was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious.
Creed, you think we would kill the Magic? I don't know. I think that would be a tough series, man. We played a gritty Game 6 series against the Pistons, and what happens if Malik Beasley catches that ball and hits that shot where he was wide open?
He took the under on that one.
He took the over on his turnovers.
Yeah.
Hot take, Mikal has a top 10 ceiling. Top 10 what?
Top 10 in minutes.
Yeah, top 10 games played. Top 10 what? Player? Holy shit. Pass that shit this way. Brian Scan, what's up, man? Shout out to you. Tuning in 2 days in a row. All year long. Brunson, Cat, Hart. Brunson, Cat, Hart, Mitch. 4 starters.
I
With 4 starters with warts. So like 4 starters that have serious problems to their game. Well, I could say this, Brian. I could point out a red flag about any player in the NBA. Giannis doesn't shoot threes. Steph Curry's too small. LeBron James in his prime wasn't a great shooter. Like, you could there are no perfect players.
There is no perfect player.
There are no perfect players. You could point out a flaw about every single player. SGA is too foul line dependent. Like, you
Jokic doesn't play defense.
Yeah, Jokic, exactly. Like, show me a team that has 5 perfect players with no warts, and I'll show you the best team of all time. Show you the best team of all time. The Cleveland Cavaliers have signed Tyrese Proctor.
Whoa.
Major news, bro.
We got 430 people in here. Only 97 likes. If you love the Knicks, if you love what they're doing this offseason, if you're ready for Summer League already, I think Summer League starts in a week. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon. We are 2 away from 100. And almost 450 people. What are we doing? Like the video. Hit that thumbs up icon. Help us out. There we go.
Hit that thumbs up icon. It's free. It's easy. Let's go over the best players available at all positions.
You got it.
As Creed is sending me fake Ian Begley tweets.
Come on, Creed.
Come on, Creed.
Come on, Creed. Juan says he doesn't see the button.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Are you watching on your phone like this? Turn it like this, and it'll be right there. It'll be right there. Creed sends me a Giannis Antetokounmpo's camp at the Knicks front office have mutual interest from a fake Ian Begley account.
Is it that one that got Robert Randolph yesterday?
Ian B3 Glee.
Yeah.
The same one that the SNY lady reporter put out there? Yeah.
Yeah, it was the one that Robert Randolph, he literally quote tweeted it and said, boom. And I was like, dude, you're getting sentled. It's right side up. Where on my screen, bro?
All right. So you look at the top point guard free agent targets left. Josh Giddey, I think, is clearly the best one available at this point. He is a restricted free agent. So I think what Chicago is doing with him is you go get a deal out there and let the market determine your value. And if you find a deal you like, we'll decide if we want to match it. Giddey's such an interesting player, and the Bulls are in such an interesting spot as a team. Are you winning? And I know like all teams can't operate under the mindset of this, but like, is Josh Giddey at $30 million? Are you winning a championship with that?
There's a reason why you traded straight up Josh Giddey for Alex Caruso. And
Exactly.
It literally won you a title.
I just don't know. And like, look, the Bulls got to pay somebody. The Bulls have to figure out something and an identity and a direction. But Josh Giddey, restricted free agent, he is not going to be a New York Knick. Chris Paul is someone that they could sign to the veteran minimum, but all reports and things that have been sent across my desk suggest that he is going to be a Los Angeles Clipper. Things could change. Things change and are very fluid in NBA free agency. I would love Chris Paul as a backup point guard. I just think that ship has sailed. Sounds like he wants to be on the West Coast. Malcolm Brogdon for the veteran minimum, I think would be a great signing. But we've seen a couple of times now, Alper, the Knicks have had their chances for Malcolm Brogdon, and there just doesn't seem to be a lot of interest from this front office.
He's just way too injury prone. I think the time has passed from when he was a sixth man of the year with the Celtics. Like, good player, smart player, good playmaker, but it's just not worth it with just how many games he's played in his last few years. You never see him on the court.
Like if you told me I was going to get 82 games from Malcolm Brogdon,
Do it
I would
right
actually
now.
rather have him than Jordan Clarkson.
Yes.
But that's not what you're most likely going to get. There were some rumors and some chatter that Russell Westbrook was a player of interest for the New York Knicks, and it was such a weird timeline of the Russell Westbrook and New York Knicks saga. I'll kind of break it down from this perspective.
It started off with Stein, who
Yes, Mark Stein was the one who started it, listing him as a target, and then it was Ian Begley saying that he is interested in the Knicks. The Knicks are interested in him. And then Stephen Bondy said, from what I have heard, it's not really going to happen. And then Ian Begley late last night said the Knicks still have the money after the Jordan Clarkson thing, and he knows that Westbrook has interest in the Knicks. And then Stein essentially came out today and put that to bed. And I think the Yabusele deal was the nail in the coffin for Westbrook being a Knick. And then you got Ben Simmons. And I've said it a couple of times on today's show, and I would love Ben Simmons for the veteran minimum for the New York Knicks. He could play 1 through 5. He could defend 1 through 5. He's an athlete. He can get up and down the floor. He's a good passer. He brings some athleticism to a team that I think kind of lacks it, especially on the perimeter. And I would be a fan of Ben Simmons being a New York Knick for the veteran minimum. But we haven't heard anything about that, and I'm not so sure if that's going to end up shaking out the way of him being a Knick. I'm interested to see how his market kind of comes to fruition. But
he's just a very interesting player because he's still has he turned 30 yet?
Let's see.
I don't think
He is 28. He'll
He's
be 29 July 20th.
he's only 29. He's going to be 29 years old. Like, he still has that playmaking ability. It's just when you look at him, all you can think about is this guy is scared. This guy can't shoot. This guy has done this. But when you watch Ben Simmons on the court, specifically when he was with the Clippers, like, he looked good. It also helped when you had Kawhi Leonard and James Harden at the same time.
I mean, for the Brooklyn Nets last year, he averaged, I know it's not crazy, but 6 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And that was in 25 minutes per game. And then with the Clippers, he averaged, 3 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Like, if you told me the Knicks signed Ben Simmons to the veteran minimum, and off the bench he was giving you 5, 5, and 5 with good defense and energy off the bench, like, he allows Brunson to play off ball a little bit more too, and that's something I want Brunson to do a little bit more.
I saw a tweet, and it was like, remember when this was happening? And, of course, they tweeted out when the Knicks were down 16 to the Timberwolves. But it was Randall just finding Brunson in the corner, wide open, and Brunson hits those shots at a great rate.
Brunson shot 42.1% from 3 on catch-and-shoot opportunities, but he only did it 1.9 times a game.
Because there's no one that can find him.
Exactly.
There's no one that can play make. If you bring in Ben Simmons, who can handle the ball, get Brunson off ball, find him in the corner. Yeah, I'm 100% for that.
I wouldn't hate it. I'm not sure how likely it is at this point.
I don't think it's likely.
So now you look at the top shooting guard free agent targets available. Quentin Grimes is simply just added the New York Knicks price range at this point. I was the leader of the Quentin Grimes fan club here on this channel. I still think that Grimes could be a starting player on a championship winning team. Like, at the 2 guard, He's grown as an off-the-bounce scorer. He still defends at a high level. He's a knockdown shooter, and he's an energy guy and an effort guy. I'll always have love for Quentin Grimes. Reports are coming out. He's looking for a deal at $25 million. It's a little bit more for me, but I'm not so sure he's going to get that. We'll see. He is a restricted free agent, I believe. I think he is restricted, so the Sixers can match that at this point. Cam Thomas, out of the Knicks price range as well. We know he's a bucket. I can't wait to watch Cam Thomas and Michael Porter Jr. chuck shots in Brooklyn next year.
How are they going to share the basketball?
They're going to shoot it at the same time.
I mean, I love Cam Thomas. Like, he's an absolute bucket. I think was it against the Knicks where he had 20 points in, like, the first quarter?
Ridiculous.
He couldn't miss.
Yeah. We got Cam Thomas at home. His name's Jordan Clarkson.
Yes, we do.
Duncan Robinson. I would love Duncan Robinson. Shooter, worker, unselfish, high IQ. He's out of the Knicks price range as well. Tim Hardaway Jr. I don't need a third stint of Timmy Hardaway Jr. for the New York Knicks.
I can't believe he's still in the league.
And he was decent last year for the Pistons. Better than he's been the last couple of years with the Mavs. Dante Exum is someone I like. He could defend. He can handle a little bit. He's an athlete who can run. He's grown as a shooter in this league as well. I remember him coming into the NBA draft. I thought he was going to be a difference maker. Unfortunately, never lived up to the hype of being a 5th overall pick.
He did play in Utah.
That is where dreams go to die. But these last 2 years, Exum has showed that he can shoot the pill. 43.4% from three this past year. And the year before that, he shot 49% from three on 2 attempts. Like, another ball handler that could defend multiple positions, gives you some versatility when it comes to size. He could play alongside Brunson, and Brunson could play a little bit more off ball. If you can get Dante Exum for the veteran minimum, that is something I am 1,000% interested in. I wonder what his market is. He is still just 29 years old somehow. But, look, man, I would be interested in Exum for sure.
There's this one. I'm looking at his game log now. February 13th against the Miami Heat. He had 27 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, only 1 turnover. 11 for 13 from the field. Like, he can still get a bucket. Because that, for me, it's like, now that you have Yabusele, you have Ariel Hookporty and Mitchell Robinson and Karl Anthony Towns. If you're going to sign someone to the vet min now, it's got to be a guard.
I think so as well. And that's why, like, we're like a small forward.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of like the idea of Exum or Ben Simmons, because
6'5" Exum.
Yeah, like, he's got good size. He's super long as well. I don't hate it. One thing with Exum, he shot decent from the corners as well in the 2023-2024 season. From the left corner, he shot 50%, and from the right corner, he shot 40%. Not the highest volume in the world, but above the break in 2023-2024, he shot 54% from three, 32 of 59. This year, from the top of the key, though, he shot just 13 of 35. I think that's the difference of playing with Luka and not playing with Luka Doncic, getting open shots. But shoot, man, a guy that can defend multiple positions, I'm not against Dante Exum at all.
Let's see here.
You look at some small forwards that are available as well in free agency. Again, reminder, the Knicks at this point only have the veteran minimum to sign players. They only really have the cap space to sign one more said player. None of these guys move me, to be honest.
No.
I'm actually, like, Amir Coffey stands out, but, like,
Cody Martin.
Yeah.
Jabari Walker, Torrey Craig, no. And Lamar Stevens, none of these guys I look at and I'm like, ooh, he would definitely move the Knicks. Like, any of these guys on this list, I look at this and I'm like, he'd probably get 5 minutes a game coming in garbage time.
Kevin, it's just jokes, bro. You ain't got to be that serious. It's just jokes, man. It's all good.
Why? Oh, yeah,
it's okay to laugh every once in a while, bro. It isn't. We are here for entertainment. It's okay. We're very confident in ourselves, which allows us to say that. It's all right, though. If we offend anybody by saying it,
maybe you shouldn't.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. For the small forwards, look, if Amir Coffey wants to come for the veteran minimum,
sure.
Yeah, sure. But Cody Martin doesn't move me. I didn't even know, to be honest with you, Jabari Walker was a person. I thought that was Jarris Walker when I first saw it. But yeah, I like that's what I have learned so far. Alper is wings get paid, bigs get paid, guards do not get paid.
Guards do not get paid.
If you're a wing that is even remotely considered either a shooter or a defender, you're going to get paid in this league. And just look at the different level of talent we have showed you so far, from the point guard to the shooting guard to the small forward position. There's a chance that Walker, Craig, and aren't on NBA teams next year. Walker, Craig, and Stevens. And I can guarantee you every 5 we showed for point guard and shooting guard will be on a team. So I'm kind of good. On that. So you look at some power forwards. Jonathan Kuminga, going to be out of the Knicks price range. I'm very curious to see what unfolds with him. Is he going to go back to the Golden State Warriors? Is he going to – there was some talks that he could sign a big deal with the Miami Heat. Of course, the Heat linked to a player they're not going to get. I think Jonathan Kuminga is the G League version of RJ Barrett. When the best thing you can say about a player is their age, that's a problem. I'm not a Kuminga fan. I never have been a Kuminga fan. I think he lacks just the overall skill.
He's athletic. That's
exactly.
about it.
He doesn't handle the ball well. He doesn't pass well. He doesn't shoot well. It's hard to be a great NBA player if you don't dribble, pass, and shoot well. And he does all those at a below average NBA level. He's athletic? Sure. Also, does it not concern you, Alper, that if you can't play next to Steph Curry, it might be a problem?
And Steve Kerr has been quoted in saying that he can't play next to Steph Curry. That's the reason why he wasn't getting any minutes.
Yeah.
I've watched enough of Warriors tape to realize that Jonathan Kuminga just does not work. He reminds me of just Cam Reddish. Everybody talked about, Cam Reddish, he just needs to get on the right system, on the right team. He's still young. He's athletic. He doesn't do anything right. He can't do anything good. I see Jonathan Kuminga as kind of the same person. It's kind of the same player.
Yeah. I don't care for Kuminga. He's not my cup of tea at this point. Chris Boucher is someone that the New York Knicks had interest in at the deadline this past year, and I don't say that lightly because the Knicks had interest in Jordan Clarkson at the trade deadline this year. The Knicks had interest in Guuerschon Yabusele at the trade deadline this year. So remember that and keep that in your back pocket. Boucher could play the 4. If you really wanted him to, he could play a small ball 5. He's athletic. He can get up and down in transition. An underrated finisher. He plays above the rim. I wouldn't hate Boucher on the vet min. I would be cool with that. You could do a hell of a lot worse than Chris Boucher for the vet min. I'm keeping my eyes also, Alper, on Trey Lyles, especially if Mike Brown becomes your head coach. Lyles played under Brown for a couple of years. He could play the 4. He could play the 5. He could shoot it a little bit as well. Kentucky ties. Shout out to Worldwide Wes with the New York Knicks.
We have the same birthday.
You and Lyles or Wes?
Me and Lyles.
Okay, I was like, Worldwide Wes and Alper. We got to find a way to make that a party and on their tab. Lyles is someone I'm going to be interested in. Maybe the Yabusele move kind of acts as that, but with ties to Brown, positional versatility, someone I'm just monitoring. Maybe, though, with Yabusele, it kind of ruins that. Larry Nance Jr., I think you could convince me that Larry Nance Jr. and Trey Lyles are the same person.
Yeah, they play around the same. I think Larry Nance is just a little bit more athletic, but nothing that moves
Where
me.
did he go to college?
Larry Nance?
Why am I blanking on that?
The only thing I think of when I think of Larry Nance Jr. is that Bleacher Report edit when he dunks and they turn him into Patrick.
I haven't seen that.
It's from like 2018, 2017. It's the weirdest edit I've ever seen anybody make, and it's just when Larry Nance slams it home back when he was actually getting rotational good minutes, and they just turn him into Patrick Star. Makes no sense. And then Precious, there's no way Precious is coming back.
I'll take Precious on the vet men. But isn't it funny, Alper, that the bench that was so good that Tom Thibodeau did not play, Shamet, Wright, and Achua, are all free agents still and haven't been signed. Isn't that weird? No one else wants them, but Tibbs was running to the dirt.
Why aren't you playing him?
I mean, campaign. I'm surprised he didn't sign a max contract somewhere with how good he was.
Yeah, go get your champagne.
Like, the league tells you how valuable you are. And the league has told us there's no interest in campaign, Landry Shamet, DeLon Wright, and Precious Achua. So, and I don't say that to be mean to those guys. I just try to keep it honest and tell you both sides. Do I think Tibbs maybe could have played the bench a little bit more throughout the regular season? Absolutely. Sure. But I think his evaluation of their talent was pretty spot on, considering all of them are still free agents, and we're seeing guys like Luka Garza sign.
And Sandro.
Yep, Sandro. I'm going to score 40 on the Knicks and ruin everyone's night in March. I mean,
signing with the Raptors.
Can't say Precious is underrated when 2 summers in a row he's been a free agent and nobody wanted him. Nobody wanted him last year, and the Knicks brought him back. And I get it. It's only been 40 hours, but again, you think anyone's beating down the door for Precious Achua right now?
Calling up the phones, getting aggressive, trying to get Achua. The big sneeze.
Yeah. Shamet was good. I think Shamet is a really nice veteran minimum player. And I think that's all I got to say on that. Let's not forget, Alper, we watched a lot of games where Shamet couldn't shoot.
Oh, there were so many times where you were screaming like he's not making any shots.
No. And, like, I know he finished the season with a nice-looking three-point percentage, but there was a time throughout the season where he literally could not shoot. Like, let's just look at this. His first 31 games with the Knicks, shot 33% from three. Like, if you're a three-point shooter, that's unacceptable. And then if you want to look at it like this, his final 11 games, he shot 36% from three. So, like,
in January, he played 13 games for the Knicks. Averaged 12 minutes. He shot 24% from three.
Exactly. Like,
pre-All-Star break, 30.6% from three.
Exactly. Let's not forget everything that came with Landry Shamet. And I get it. He had a shoulder injury. He came back from it. Had to work his way back into form and work his way back into shooting and all that. Yeah, and silky waves. Good by you pointed out. This isn't us trashing Landry Shamet. I think we're just trying to paint the full picture.
And that's why he hasn't been signed.
Exactly. Maybe he comes back to the Knicks on the vet men. I wouldn't hate it.
I'm okay with that.
I wouldn't hate it. Some top center free agent targets at this point. Al Horford. There was a report, I don't know if it was late last night or early this morning, the Knicks were interested in Al Horford. I wonder if that changed with the Yabusele signing. I don't think Horford is a veteran minimum guy at this point. I think he might get the the tax-paying mid-level, which starts at about $5.5 million. If not, maybe a little bit more. The basketball fan in me, like just the appreciation of the game, I want to see him on the Warriors. Like
Horford?
Yeah. A starting lineup of Horford with Curry, Draymond, Butler, and whatever scrub loser-ass Podziemski. Hate that dude. Like, Horford next to Curry would be sick. That's just beautiful hoops.
It's a nice swan song for him if Al Horford went to the Warriors. Like, he would fit on that team.
Yeah.
Now, is Horford a Hall of Famer? I'm going to say yes.
I want to say yes.
It's just if you play 15 years in the NBA
And
you
he's
win a ring.
a two-time national champion.
Yeah.
And it's the Basketball Hall of Fame. I'm going to say Al Horford is a Hall of Famer.
Al Horford is in.
He's a 5-time All-Star. He's made the NBA third team before. He's made All-NBA defense before. He was finished second in Rookie of the Year and a two-time national champion. I'd say Al Horford is that gets you into the Basketball Hall of Fame. And Sinatra, you're right. He's the father of five.
J-Liv.
What up, J-Liv?
Change the name.
He's all over the place, man. Sinatra in the building. What up, man? MJ says, no way, he's not a Hall of Famer. Look, I think if you're using the word Hall of Famer in the NFL context, no, he's not. But the NBA, it's not the NBA Hall of Fame, it's the basketball Hall of Fame, and that takes into account everything you ever did in the game of basketball. And there's not many guys that are two-time college national champions and an NBA champion. We'll see, though. When it happens, MJ, just
wow! Oh,
send me a DM and let me know.
We got an update on Al Horford.
Oh yeah,
just now from Sam Amick. Al Horford is under serious consideration by the Lakers, in addition to DeAndre Ayton, who is next on that list.
In addition, meaning both.
Yes.
So Al Horford and Ayton could be heading to LA.
That is
with the
Sam
Lakers.
Amick.
Okay.
And we got a deal for the Celtics. League altering. I don't even know who this guy is. Who is this guy? Josh Minott. Who is that?
Is Drew Holiday a Hall of Famer? Yeah, he's a two-time NBA champion.
He's a Hall of Famer.
And he's a gold medalist.
Vlade Divac is in the Hall of Fame. Mo Cheeks is in the Hall of Fame. Come on. Anybody gets into the Hall of Fame. I like Mo Wagner.
Mo, yeah, I think he's a good player. I have a hard time believing he wants to leave Orlando with his brother there.
Yeah.
But we'll see what they do. Jackson Hayes, I just don't think he's an NBA player at this point.
Sucks.
Yeah, he's not an NBA player at this point. So breaking news here from Sham Charania. Josh Minott?
I think.
Minott? Josh M. has agreed to a 2-year, $5 million deal with the Celtics. Hey, Celtics are back. They signed Luka Garza and Josh Minott. Josh Minott. Josh, nobody cares.
I have no idea who that is. Truly. No clue. Jacob Toppin better than Jackson Hayes. The Brotherhood Sport. Is that the casual sports fan?
Yep. The angry casual sports fan.
Angry cat? Yes, it is. I see it.
Jacob Toppin, is he still on a G League roster?
Hey, Kentucky legend.
Kentucky legend?
Not really.
Wasn't he there for like their worst stretch?
Yeah. He was there for 2 years, I think.
He stay cooling in the building. What up, my man? Shout out to y'all. 550 people in the chat. If you could, please hit that thumbs up icon. Do we have any graphics on Josh Minott? I would say no.
I'm going to look. We didn't have any on Dante Exum. When we were talking about Exum, I
No?
wanted to look it up. There wasn't any in the consolidated graphics. Let's see here. What is this, Josh? No. No.
Come on, Sam.
No. They don't even have it in the system yet. Come on, Sam. Jakob was is the last one we had. 4-year, $104 million. Jakob Poeltl, $104 million extension.
He's made a lot of money in the NBA, and I can't tell you one moment that involves Jakob Poeltl.
I don't know. Said it best. Wings get paid. Wings get paid. You know who doesn't? Point guards. DeAndre Brown says bring back Big Shot Burks. I think I'd have an aneurysm if I had to watch Alec Burks play point guard again. Remember
Jakob
that year?
Poeltl just signed a $100 million deal, and he's already made $77 million in his career. Jakob Poeltl is going to make close to $200 million in his NBA career.
Do we have Jakob Poeltl stats?
Poeltl's solid.
I like him. He's gotten better throughout his career.
What the hell are they doing in Toronto, man?
Hey, don't sleep on Brandon Ingram. Don't sleep on Brandon Ingram. And are they going to trade RJ? Like, there's always rumors that they're going to trade him. Where are we? There's Jakob.
Like, decent numbers.
Decent. Is that Han?
Alan Hahn yesterday poo-pooed the idea of LeBron James being a Knick. He then follows it up today by saying, if there was ever a time, ...
So ESPN called him up and said, you're going to talk about this in a good light.
Or did someone at MSG tell him, don't poo-poo that idea? I mean, did we forget who Leon Rose is? Who was LeBron James' agent first in the NBA? Do we forget that? Look, do I want the Knicks to trade for LeBron James? No. Would I have a moment of shell shock if they do? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do I think it's impossible? No.
It wouldn't shock me whatsoever, but I'd be like, oh my God, they actually did it.
Let's say that the Knicks have traded for LeBron. Would you rather it be Karl Anthony Towns for LeBron or OG Anunoby and Mitchell Robinson for LeBron?
I think I'd rather give up OG.
Then you roll Cat, Braun, Bridges.
Because LeBron can run the point, and he can find Cat. And Cat can shoot. Like, I love OG, but OG is not the same player offensively as Karl Anthony Towns. And LeBron finding, like, no looks, being able to still drive to the basket at his age, and finding Cat just top of the key. Oh. I would trade OG.
You have to even the salary? That's why I named the people I did, my man. That's why I named the people I did. LeBron James salary.
$52 million.
$52 million.
He just opted in.
Yeah.
Does LeBron win you a title? He could have came here in 2010, man.
LeBron winning a title for the Knicks, I know you already think he is.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be the best player. He would be the best NBA player of all time. Like, stamped no debating. 5 titles, 4 different teams, and you cap it off by winning a title for the Knicks in 50-plus years. I'm not saying do it. I'm also not saying
Don't do it.
don't do it.
I mean, did you see that clip? The slowed down clip?
I saw it, and I watched it 100 times.
So did I.
What'd he say? I don't hate New York, or
He said, I could look at places in New York. Savannah wants me to retire within the next 2 years. Something around there. Oh, man. That was LeBron. Like, what number would he wear? Is Mitchell Robinson giving up 23?
Mitch might be in that deal.
Yeah.
6 retired.
You can't do 6. NY is not the city to retire in. It is when you're a billionaire. Swan song to be a New York Knick. Do we not remember, what was it? Oh, CPJ, how we doing?
My man CPJ slithering up in here. You're sly, dog. You're sly, dog.
Do you remember when LeBron put the Knicks towel over his head?
I sure do. And then he posted the picture on Instagram,
Yeah.
right on the Knicks logo. I remember it all.
I feel like he's always wanted to be a Knick.
Of course he does. He wants to play for the best city there is. Best team in the NBA. Like, it's the Knicks.
It's, I don't know, man. CPJ just got off from work.
Yeah, sure you did. Sure you did, CPJ.
Sean Carter, Chris Paul or Westbrook?
I'm taking Chris Paul.
Chris Paul. Easily. Chris Paul is one of, like, I'm not going to call him the greatest point guard of all time, but is he not the smartest point guard of all time?
He's up there.
He's definitely, like, top 3 smartest, like, basketball IQ. To be at his age and still be able to play at a semi-high level, it's his IQ.
Does a starting lineup of Mitchell Robinson, LeBron James, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and Jalen Brunson win a title next year? With Guuerschon, Yabusele, Jordan Clarkson, Deuce McBride, Josh Hart, and of course, Bill Russell, Ariel Hukporty.
And it gets you to the finals.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if you beat OKC, but I also don't know if the squad you got right now beats OKC.
John Stockton is the smartest. Carl Knight, I'm not going to say that because half of his stats were padded.
Or fake.
Half of his stats were fake. They were literally marking him down at like 16 assists or 15 assists in one game when the Jazz as a team only had like 13.
I would think the Lakers might want Cat. Cat and Luka?
Cat
They
and
play no
Luka.
D.
Oh, that would be the worst defensive team. I mean, they're already a bad defensive team.
Or they'd want OG. That's a great piece next to Luka. OG makes 39. LeBron makes 52. So what? You're 13 mil away. I mean, OG and Mitch matches that salary. OG.
You got to take Bronny.
I forgot. I was literally just adding Bronny. Did you know Shake Milton was a Laker?
No. Shake Milton. The Sixers legend. Who else could you take? Would you take Dalton Connect?
So Anunoby and Robinson is 52.5, and LeBron and Bronny is 52.6 million. Or no. Oh, it's because I don't think Bronny is guaranteed.
Okay.
I don't know. It's telling me I can't do this. Look, if the Knicks want LeBron, it's either Karl Anthony Towns or OG and Mitch. If you trade OG and Mitch, your defense stinks.
Your defense is awful. You got to rely on Mikal Bridges.
Yeah. And LeBron ain't D'ing up.
LeBron has passed his time to play defense in this league.
I don't want to celebrate a championship with LeBron being a part of it. You just don't mean that. You don't mean
You're
that.
not going to celebrate a championship if LeBron James is on the Knicks.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not going to say this because but I don't care who it is.
I don't care. I don't give a shit who wins a title.
I don't care. I don't care if it was Karl Malone.
Agreed. Damn, you've just been complaining a lot today, NYC B-ball. It's day 2 NBA Free Agency, man. We haven't had a signing outside of Josh Minott in 20 minutes. I don't know what you want from us. If Alan Hahn of ESPN could talk about LeBron James to the Knicks, Knicks Now by Chat Sports can talk about it too.
I want one title. Me too, the high buy.
Braun and Connect for Bridges, Hart, and Mitch. I don't know. I just don't know.
He said, I didn't say I wouldn't celebrate it. I don't want to. Isn't that the same thing? Like, isn't that the same thing? Pat Bev and Nick, that would be funny. He said, you think I'm complaining? Have you been reading the rest of the chat?
I am, bro. I am. Oh, I thought we were just throwing shit at the wall. Unfortunately not, man. Unfortunately not. LeBron essentially said he's thinking about the Knicks, and I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either.
Is Thomas Bryant a free agent? He sure is. Sure is.
Ugh.
Just get Amir Coffey and call it a day. Is Amir Coffey signing for the vet minimum?
Let's see. I'm going to look at Amir Coffey's stats here. Amir Coffey, last 4 years. Let's look at Amir Coffey's last 4 seasons. I mean, 72 games played in 2024-2025, 9.7 points per game, 2.2 rebounds, 47%, and 40% from 3. That sounds like to me more than the vet min.
Decent shooter. Decent athlete.
41%.
Like 2 years in a row of over 38%, and 3 out of the last 4 at 38%. I don't hate it. I mean, for the vet men, there's really nothing you can hate about anyone on the vet men.
I don't think he's taken the vet min.
I don't either.
That sounds like a $10 million contract, a 2-year, $20 million contract to me.
I wouldn't hate it at all.
Scruffy Samurai, we've talked about Ben Simmons.
I'm the one who started the Ben Simmons Knicks shit. I would love Benny Simmons on the Knicks for the vet mini. Knicks, Dante Exum is the next move. What are your thoughts? Did you just see my tweet, or have you been watching the show? Because I said the same thing, Brody.
We don't have Dante Exum stats in the offseason.
Brutal. Ben Simmons or Dante Exum are 2 players I'm looking at.
I do have this.
Mr. Marsh. Give me 1 second. I do have that.
Yeah, he didn't shoot it as well, except for that left corner. Shot 72% somehow. Like, the positional versatility, the ability to defend multiple guys. He is a point guard at heart.
Still young. Rashidi, I'm glad you're all right.
What's going on with the Rashidster?
He said, I just got online, Marsh. Sorry, I was in a car accident.
We don't love that.
Do not love that. The Don Leon Rose needs to work his magic. He was working that jumper yesterday.
Yeah, that copper fit sleeve. Where did that guy get that video?
I have no idea.
He's a great follow.
Well, did you see the one where they posted a picture of him and Westbrook, Brunson and Westbrook, and Brunson's sister commented, "How did you find this? Did you go on my Insta or go on my mom's Facebook? This is creepy."
I did not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move over a 2-player comp for good old Dante.
You got it.
Knicks have had some success with Dantes before.
Just tell me when it's in and I'll bring it up.
I think it's in, and then I think I might have just messed it up. I don't know.
I see it.
Yeah, I put it up too high. I don't remember. I don't know.
You did. It's all good. Oh, no.
Why is it doing that?
Because it always
in
does
there.
that. You said you're in there?
Yeah.
All right.
.43. Fuck, is that .0?
Yeah, I guess so. He shoots $47.80 per game for the season. Dinwiddie hates the Knicks? Yeah, he does.
Hold on.
He also cooks us. He cooked us last year when he was on the goddamn
43.4%.
Oh.
Sneaky. As it just went away now. I don't know what happened.
You said 43 point what? Because I can fix it.
I'm in there still. Oh,
Okay,
shit.
gotcha. Jason says, bring me Nene. Jeez.
Nene? What year is it?
Is it 2009?
Nene, once a Nick, always a Nick. All right, there we go.
All right, cool. There we go.
Like, Exum's not a bad player, man. There's not many guys that could shoot above 40% from three, even if it is on low volume. And at 6'5" and point guard abilities, I think you could do a lot worse. I don't know. Am I bringing back Elfrid Payton for? No. I am not.
Keep me as far away from Elfrid Payton. I would pay money to keep him away from the Knicks. I think Dante Exum would sign for the vet min.
Let's see what he was getting paid last year.
Tristan, I don't think Dame is taking the vet min.
He was on last 2 years, he was on a 2-year, $3 million per year. So, yeah, that's right around then. Shoot, I'd do it, man. The fact that he's made $50 million in the NBA is insane.
NBA money.
NBA money is just a wee bit different. A wee bit different is that NBA cheddar. NBA free agency, man, just not what it used to be. Not what it used to be, unfortunately.
Thanks, Adam Silver.
Is Shamet better than Steph Curry or Seth Curry? I would probably say yes, just because Shamet D's up a little bit. Seth Curry is a traffic cone on defense.
Yeah, Seth Curry, all he can do is just shoot the ball. Nothing else.
Yeah, Seth is more of a skilled offensive player, that's for sure. But Shamet, the difference between their defense, I think, gives Shamet the nod on who's a better player. Sign and trade McHale for Giddey. Why would we do that?
No.
Kelly Oubre is not a free agent. He's on the Sixers. Why would the Knicks want Giddey? We have a point guard. The second best one in the NBA. I don't understand.
Not to mention, who do you think Giddey is?
He does always kill the Knicks, to be fair.
Triple doubles, man. The triple doubles.
I was thinking more of a 2 and second ball handler. The Knicks don't need any more guys that are going to start and can't play defense. Josh Giddey doesn't play no defense. Bronx boy, what up, Vinny? What up, Joey DeLuca?
What's good, boys?
We won't Dame. You're right. We won't sign Dame.
Oh, no, we won't.
We won't do it.
Give me a ball hawk dog defender, please.
Where do you get those guys? And where do you get them for the vet men? Is Shamet not going to come back? I haven't heard anything about Shamet. It also doesn't sound like he has much of a market out there either. I'm sure if the Knicks want Shamet back for the vet men, they'll bring him back.
They can wait. Kevin Grundy says, who are some guys that we can sign for the vet men?
Tyus Jones. Tyus Jones signed with the Magic. Abigail says, sup, guys. What's up, Abigail?
What's up, Abigail?
Sean Carter says, Bobo. Beasley for the vet minimum. Now, it would be chills if Malik Beasley
Doesn't go to jail.
doesn't go to jail, and then he has to sign for the vet min, and he becomes a Knick.
I'd take him in a heartbeat.
Hell yeah.
You can help my parlays. We can do them together. Joey DeLuca coming in with $1 super chat.
DeLuca. What's up, my man? Shout out to you, bro.
Brian Scan says, do you think Leon going to be active in the trade market?
I think he could be.
Only if the Greek Freak is available. Or LeBron. Cole Anthony. What happened with that? So did the news about Malik Monk getting traded to Detroit just die?
It seems like it did because
Schroeder signed the contract straight up.
Schroeder signed the deal, and with them getting off Valanciunas, it gave them the money to do so. So that sounds like that fell apart. Brian Scam, will Chat Sports ever get the call-in feature for your subs? Maybe, man. Maybe. I think today would be a good day for people to call in.
That'd be a perfect day.
Today would be a good day for people to call in. Maybe we figure that out. Carl says, my top free agent targets, Dante Exum, Larry Shamet, Amir Coffey, Mo Wagner, and Westbrook.
Mo Wanger.
Who's better, Mo Wagner or Mo Wagner?
I'm going to go with Carl Knight's guy, Mo Wanger. Sorry for the grammar. You're
Hey,
a good
bro,
Carl Knight.
we appreciate it. Cam Thomas is a bucket getter and free agent.
He wants too much money.
Avion, how much money do we got left?
I'll pull up that picture.
Nada. We got the vet min, and that's it. Vet minimum, and that's it. Levi's the best. Pacers got way worse today. Best day ever. Yeah, so the Knicks right now have $204 million in salary, and they cannot spend more than $207.8 million. So they have $3.8 million to spend, and they have to fill 2 more roster spots. So that's how much money they got. MDOT says Pat Beverly wouldn't be a bad guy to sign. Pat Beverly wasn't even in the NBA last year.
Playing in Tel Aviv.
We want people that are NBA players.
Hey, Yabusele wasn't an NBA player.
Last year he was.
Not at this time last year.
No, but he was in the NBA last year. Averaged 11 points per game. I like Yabusele.
Oh,
man.
I really enjoy Yabusele. When he was going off in the Olympics with, let's make note, another French guy, he was cooking. He dunked on LeBron.
I don't hate it. Let's put on some Yabusele highlights. See what we got. Is that YouTube? Player for YouTube.
YouTube right there.
Oh, there it is.
Malcolm Brogdon or DeLon Wright. You could re-sign DeLon Wright for a vet min.
Cat for Bam?
No.
I don't think that would happen.
No. I'm not doing that. Sean Carter says Dame Lillard. Dame isn't going to be ready until next season. And you're going to be lucky if he's going to be ready for this upcoming season by playoff time, like May. Do the Knicks have the most French guys in the league? They got Pacome Dadier, they got Mohamed Diawara, and Guuerschon Yabusele. Who else has 3? There's the highlights.
Imagine Jordan getting dunked on by a guy named Yabusele.
He got dunked on by a Nick.
Johnny?
Yeah.
I will say Yabusele, sneaky athlete. Watch your head top when he's coming down the lane. He'll put it on you. Pause.
Thick boy.
Yes, another pause. Like, watch out, KD. Get out of the way, KD. Yabusele. Oh, that was from 50.
Ugh.
He's not bad. He's not bad, man.
Every single Sixers fan I know is just like, really?
Really?
He's
Yeah.
going. Yeah, my group chat of all Sixers fans are all like,
That's his spot. Top of the key, man. You have to close
Oh.
out on him, and he's got enough ball handling, and
right by Jared Allen.
we'll see it, Jarrett. CPJ, hey, oh.
He is what? Levi's the best. He thick with 2 C's.
Can we get Exum for the vet min? Absolutely. Look at him D'ing up Zubac right there. On the break, Yabusele. He's like the modern day version of Big Baby Davis almost.
Oh yeah,
He's a big boy.
a little bit shorter. Kind of dunked on by Starks.
The picture says otherwise. He could push the break a little bit too, Yab. Watch out!
Oh my!
Is that? Do you know who he dunked on? Former Knick legend,
I gotta see the picture.
Daquan Jeffries.
Oh my god! Summer League legend.
He flexed on him.
All right, I'm interested.
Yabusele. Hey, we could use another guy that could dunk.
I want Mikal
Step into that,
Bridges to dunk.
Yabusele. Over Wemby. Bang!
Are we, Marsh, are we gonna go live for Summer League games?
Should we? I actually think I'm out of town for most of them. My PTO finally hit, man.
I gotta take PTO, or else I don't get it.
I'm going back to Cali. Brown back to Denver.
Yeah, Bruce Brown went back to Denver,
He
MLB.
is. We need a knockdown three-point shooter. You got one. Yabusele. He shot 39% from 3 last year.
And you got a sporadic shooter, a little spark plug in Jordan Clarkson.
Jordan Clarkson, 36% for three. You want Kobe White for Josh Hart?
I don't know about that one. Is Mike Brown a better coach than Tibbs? Offensively.
It's a great question. Yabusele, man. This guy's going to change life for us.
This guy's going to be nice off the bench.
Look at that. Hey! Yabusele! As he cuts the lead to 20.
It's the Sixers.
That's my only thing. Like,
a lot of these
dude,
highlights.
Jared Allen's trying to close out on him, and he's blowing by him.
I like it. Give me the season already.
Oh, he just ripped AD. Now he's going coast to coast. Watch out, Bronny. Watch out, AD. This guy kind of plays like Bron.
Freight train coming through.
If Yabusele played in the 90s, we wouldn't be talking about Charles Barkley. Uh-oh. Head top. Hey! He'll be a fan favorite.
Yabu next LeBron.
Watch out, Derek White. Watch out, Derek White. Dude, he'll put people on a poster.
The Celtics had him at one point.
Come here, Gafford. And one, Klay Thompson.
Not trading Josh Hart for White.
Yabron.
Oh.
Come here, K-Love.
Too small.
Too small.
Charles Barkley was way more dominant than Yabusele.
It was a joke, bro.
Come on.
Come on, man.
Come
you
on,
didn't
Ben
think I
OB.
was serious, did you? I got into a heated debate the other night, last week, with producer Smitty. If prime Kevin Durant played prime Larry Bird in a fantasy world in one-on-one, a game to 11, ones and twos, what do you think the score would be?
KD's winning like 11-2.
Yeah, I
11-1.
said 11-0. Larry Bird cannot guard a prime Kevin Durant.
No.
And
Larry Bird is slow.
And I don't think he'd be able to get a shot off either.
No, KD's
Prime
too long.
KD too. Oh, watch out. Yabu coming through. Marvin Lee sure says you're tripping. This guy can bang. Dude, he boomed on Anthony Davis.
And on Derek White.
Oh my God, he gave Derek White a facial. And one, Julius. What I didn't like about that tape was it didn't show any of his shooting. It was all just dunks. I know he does.
Hey, there's the Knicks Now video.
We beating this guy? Ligma. Is there I like the clips where it's like every three made. What did he do versus the Nuggets right here? You guys are sleeping on Larry. Laugh my ass off. Larry is better than LeBron?
How
Really?
old are you?
I'm also not saying who is better. I am saying in their primes, in a fantasy world.
One-on-one.
One-on-one. KD would beat Larry Bird 21-0, in my opinion. KD faces Larry Bird, hits him with a triple threat jab step. Yabu. Over Jokic.
How is Larry Bird going to stop Kevin Durant? You're just going to do this? Oh, we're going to get you. He shoots right over him. He's 7 feet tall.
Yabu, again, over Jokic. Bang out. We got another Jokic stopper in Yabu. Oh, steal. Here we go. Yabu, transition. Oh, at Jokic. Watch out, young fella.
Traffic cone. Oh, we got Chicken Man in the chat.
Chicken Man's here.
Bird versus KD. Whoever gets ball first would win. KD isn't WNBA body.
All right, chill out, Gilbert Arenas.
WNBA body? And what's your favorite player Chicken Man.
How is Durant going to stop Bird? Did we forget who prime Kevin Durant was on defense? I don't know. Look, there's no way to prove it. Everyone's got their thoughts and opinion.
2K. That's how you prove it.
Kevin Durant's frying him. If it's make it, take it, I don't think Larry touches the ball.
Probably wouldn't.
Yabu. He's a scorer, man. He really is a scorer.
He can get a bucket.
What I would call him is he's a play finisher. Like, he finishes plays.
Can Yabusele hit free throws?
It's a great question.
Larry would be talking to KD while he's cooking him too.
So would KD.
KD would be talking.
Yabu shot 72.5% from the line, so not bad.
Not terrible. Watch Larry Bird highlights.
Yabu, blow by, Jokic. Hey!
You old heads need to grow up. He is slow. Larry Bird is slow. LeBron for OG, Mitch, and a pick. Hey. Chicken Man says, Yabu, I like. Clarkson ain't it.
Kelly Clarkson. Look, Jordan Clarkson for a veteran at minimum is a hell of a deal. It's the same contract you gave Campaign last year.
And Clarkson averages 16 points per game. I don't think you guys realize that. Like, you're getting a bunch what you paid for.
This guy baptized LeBron James. Yabu. Hey! Watch out, Bron. Watch out, Bron. Might be your teammate next year, Bronny. Sinatra.
Is that what we're calling him now?
I don't know who's super chatting. It's Sinatra. I don't know his name.
It's Jay Liv.
I don't know. Is it?
He's got the wrench.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. I think people are misremembering Jordan Clarkson. Look, I'm not saying he's a star player anymore, but for the veteran and minimum, man, like
for the vet men,
38, 10, and 7 last year.
For the vet men, I'm taking it so easy.
Yabba dabba doo. I'm definitely hitting that after he dunks on someone. Yabba dabba doo. Watch out. Yabba's coming through. And Jordan Clarkson, he's not afraid to swing on somebody. He's down to fight. We need a couple more guys like that. Eight minutes of Jordan Clarkson dribbling.
Just dribbling. Yabba dabba doo.
Sinatra, you're a legend, brother.
New York. New York.
Like, he's a hooper.
He's a true hooper. And he also is not country club.
No.
He loves to fight.
With him and Yabba Dabba Doo, we get a little bit more toughness, a little bit New York City hoops on the squad. Underrated defender, Clarkson, man. I'm telling you. That's a buck. And one. Watch out, Kevon Looney.
If you can just get him to, like, with the Jazz, he was the main ball handler. He was the guy, like, when he came on the court, you're putting the ball in his hands at all times, and he's probably not passing it. You lower his, if you get him to be efficient, oh, it's going to be great. Solid 9-man rotation, not including any of our young guys. Great job by Leon. Yeah. If you like the moves, like the video.
Alper, you want to take lead on recapping us on what has happened throughout the entire day today?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Let's do that. Let everybody know what's going on throughout the league of NBA free agency.
Well, I'm getting this all set up. We're 8 likes away from 200, so if you could, please hit that thumbs up icon. All right, let's go to where we were starting today. There hasn't been a lot. What was the first move today?
I think it might have been Yabu.
Too far. Too far. Too far. There we go. Very, very boring. I'll say a boring. Oh, no, the first move today.
Oh, yeah, SGA Bagman.
SGA. Totally not taking a pay cut and kind of ruining the future of the Oklahoma City Thunder, getting the highest paid contract in the NBA at 4 years, $285 million.
I don't know if we talked about it, but like I'm kind of serious. Is this the beginning of the end for the Thunder? How can you win a championship with someone making $71 million?
You're going to go over the second apron so easily.
Like, how are they going to pay Jalen Williams? How are they going to pay Chet Holmgren?
You can't keep Hartenstein.
Caruso makes $20+ million a year.
You got what, one more year with this core?
I think this time next year we could see some changes to OKC, especially if they lose.
They still have all those draft picks, so they could be just gearing up and just being like, hey, we'll trade all these guys, get more draft picks, and just rebuild again. Build around SGA. But SGA was the first move today. 4 years, $285 million. And then the Knicks going with Guuerschon, Yabusele. 2 years, $12 million. Miles Turner getting the deal. 4 years, $107 million. And to make that possible, the Bucks waived Lillard. And now they owe him $113 over the next 5 years. It's fitting on July 1st, Bobby Bonilla Day. And now they owe him $113 over the next 5 seasons. Jonas Valanciunas getting traded to the Nuggets for Dario Saric.
Yep. So they made that move so that they could afford the Dennis Schroeder signing, and he got a bag. Schroeder got a bag.
Schroeder got a bag. I think that'll come up soon, but 3 years, what, $45 million?
Not in the Knicks price range.
Not even close. And we were talking about, oh, maybe he'll take the vet min. No. Gary Harris, 2-year deal with the Bucks. Pat Connaughton getting traded to the Hornets for Vasily. Is that how you pronounce his name? Micic?
Cool with me.
Yeah, there's Dennis Schroeder. 3 years, $45 million. Knicks fan favorite, Jericho Sims. 2 years to be the Bucks backup center.
And I think it's a player option in year 2. So salute to Jericho finding a way to get a player option. I don't miss him.
I don't miss him whatsoever. Sandro Mamakiachvili, the guy who dropped 30 or 35 on the Knicks in March and just ruined our watch party. Oh, man. He gets 2 years, $5.5 million with the Raptors. And if you notice, like, he's getting signed. All the other Knicks free agents not being signed. Jakob Poeltl getting a big contract, 4 years, $104 million. And then our last deal of the day.
I want to say Minnow.
Minnow? That sounds right. 2 years, $5 million.
Jay Liv, do you think it's Minot or Minnow? Shout out to my man NY Slick. My man, appreciate you for being here. $10 super chat. My man says, hey, Marsh, thanks for the loot last night. You were our 50-50 winner, my man.
Oh, wow.
Hopefully you didn't spend all that bread in one place. I know it was a lot. Salute to you, though, man. Appreciate you. Last night, my man, let's get to 1 million subscribers. You definitely deserve it. Would you trade Mitch for Austin Reeves, then sign Nick Richards? So Nick Richards is a player that is still under contract for the Phoenix Suns. So the Knicks would have to trade for him.
Does the contracts match up with what does Austin Reeves make? Let's take a look.
I have it up, actually. $13.9 million. Mitchell Robinson is 12.9. So
You need one more player.
you could find a way to get it done. It's relatively close.
I don't know. Be a 1-year rental because he's going to want $200 million. That's the rumor that he wants.
Knicks would have his bird rights, so they could go over the cap to do it if they wanted to.
But you still have to pay the luxury tax.
Yeah.
And are you willing to pay that?
I hope Jimmy James Dolan is willing to pay it. I don't know if I would trade Mitch for Reeves. Was this the game?
Well, it's not Mike Breen calling it, so.
He gets downhill, Jordan Clarkson.
He can just shoot the ball
He's
anywhere
just
on the
a
court.
scorer, man. He knows how to put the ball in the basket. Come here, Landry. Knicks didn't have anyone outside of Brunson that could do that.
No.
I mean, you have legit NBA scorers off the bench in Clarkson and Yabusele. Nice pass, Jordan.
Nice little handoff.
Would y'all trade Mitchell Robinson for Austin Reeves? Do I want a backcourt of Brunson and Austin Reeves? NY Slick, appreciate the $10 super chat, my man.
I can't type.
I don't know. I don't think I would.
I wouldn't.
I just worry about the Knicks' defense then.
Reeves can't play defense that well.
Reeves doesn't defend. Brunson doesn't defend. Towns doesn't defend. Watch out, OG.
Nice block.
Tell me Clarkson can't tap into another level on the defensive end?
You put that money in front of him, he'll do it. You got a contract now. He's playing on a championship team. He better try hard.
Oh, watch out, Hart. In and out. Hezzy.
And
Fouled.
one.
Hey! I'm hyped for Clarkson. That man, 16-point per game score?
I found, so I was looking if I if I said anything about Clarkson in the past, like,
One of your old tweets?
one of my old tweets, but I did find a text, and it was from January 3rd, 2024, and I said, I think we should trade a first for Jordan Clarkson. And then I said he'd be a fire 6-man. And it was right after we traded RJ and Quickly. Said we need more bench. I think we should trade a first for Jordan Clarkson. And then I also texted my dad. I think they should go out and get Jordan Clarkson. So I've been a fan. I've been a fan for a while. I also bet him a ton, and that's why I kind of been a fan.
Yuri, $10 super chat. Shout out to you, Yuri. Shout out to NY Slick as well. The two signings, along with Mike Brown, tells me so far they are running it back. You got two players off the bench, averaged more than 10 points per game, chopped cheese in an Arizona. The Oklahoma Sooner grad is saying that the Knicks should trade Mitchell Robinson for Austin Reeves. Who's defending on the Knicks?
There's no defense.
The rest of the team. That's why you don't fire Tom Thibodeau.
Who?
Brunson, Reeves, and Cat all start.
Reeves would play with effort.
Yep.
With effort.
Brunson plays with effort too. Sinatra says, how would I know? You're the man with the words. You're the one that's got a doctorate in literature, my man.
Doctor.
Or defend.
He is a doctor.
We would score a lot, that's for sure. Any chance Seth Curry takes a veteran minimum? Yeah, I think that's the only thing he's getting in the NBA at this point.
He's not Steph.
Yuri, look, man, I think for what the Knicks had to spend, they were bargain shopping, and I think that they did a pretty good job with the way that their bank account was set up. Like, you find a way to get Jordan Clarkson on a veteran minimum deal. The guy averaged 16 points per game last year. I get it. Bad situation in Utah. Is he going to find a way to continue, contribute more to winning in a winning situation? I think it's possible.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find a list of something.
We got a $5 super chat from Clean Bean BK.
What's up, Clean Bean? These old heads, man.
They
Larry Bird is getting washed by Kevin Durant in one-on-one.
But you see, I understand it because in 20, 30 years, when whoever the hell comes into the NBA and they're saying, dude, this guy would cook LeBron. This guy would cook Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
And we're going to be the old heads be like, are you joking?
But you can show the highlights. It's like those guys move different.
That is true. Unless everybody is just we just roll out in the NBA just a 5 of Victor Wembanyama's where they're all 7 foot who can shoot, dribble, and play make.
Clean Bean says trade Josh Hart for Herb Jones and Jose Alvarado. I think the Pelicans probably say no. I think that they value Herb Jones.
Herb Jones is a good player.
I like him a lot. I also don't think the Knicks would trade Josh Hart unless it nets them a star. And I'm a huge fan of Jones.
Mike G.
Mike G in the building?
Mike G.
That's my guy right there. What up, Mike G?
And then Sinatra with a $20 super chat. Let's get this straight. I knew Larry Bird and KD. You are not Larry Bird.
You knew Larry Bird? Y'all were boys? Jay Liv?
Well,
Y'all were dapping? Mike G, how the hell is it going, bro? You got any 4th of July plans, Brody?
are you going to start spreading the news? Maryland for a barbecue. My 4th plans are just chilling by my pool at my apartment and grilling out. Mike G says, I will be the law. Congrats, Mike G. Graduating from the police academy. Let's go.
What did he say?
Said I'm about to graduate from the police academy soon.
I didn't know that's what you were up to these days, Mike G.
Officer Mike G to you.
Take it easy on us. We're criminals. We're criminals.
Let me off with a warning.
Yeah. Nick Davidov in the chat. What's up, Davidov? Jay Liv. Respectfully, I just disagree. I think if prime Larry Bird played prime Kevin Durant
I'll
in
take
one-on-one, I'm putting my life's savings on Kevin Durant to win. And I'd take him to cover.
Shot for your life. The Martians got the death beam pointed
shot
at
for
you.
my life is a little different because I do think Larry Bird has it here in the brain and the toughness and the dog and the clutch more than KD.
Shot for your life. You taking Steph or Larry?
Or Andre Iguodala. Bird's physicality will snap KD's ligaments. Vasquez, I didn't know you were an old head like that. Davidov says making a big trade with New Orleans. Are we, Davidov?
You saying Zion?
That's the only big trade it would be, unless we're getting Trey Murphy. I would love that.
Oh, bring me Trey Murphy. He said, I'm putting my life savings on Larry.
He says I'm 31. I know.
KD versus Kobe.
Davidov says for Zion, per his sources.
Per Davidov's sources. Per the eyeballs.
Can I get some eyeball emojis in the chat for Nick Davidov? Yeah, Larry Bird has never seen a hezzy pull. Katie's going to hit him with the right there, right into it. Boom. Katie could also just post Bird. He's 7 foot.
He would just turn around jumper every time. Wouldn't even be close.
Davidov, I'm much better that you're here, though. I'm doing a lot better that you're here.
Oh, yeah, it's back. It says Knicks Now by Chat Sports again.
Good. Mon says Larry Bird was 6'10" with a low center of gravity and moved smooth. And KD's 7 foot with the handle of a guard. And maybe the best half-court scorer of all time.
George coming in with a $2.50.
George?
Jorge? Well, it's euros. That could be Spain, right?
I have no idea.
Jorge.
I like Jorge.
Jorge.
What do we need? Point guard, center, or shooting guard? Who is Jalen Brunson's sub? That's a good question. Right now, I think Jalen Brunson's sub is Tyler Kolek. Is Jordan Clarkson going to be your backup point guard? I don't know.
Could be.
Clarkson's got a strap on him, man. Watch out, Kevin Knox. Mike G, breaking news. Don't sleep on the Trader Joe's Buffalo Chicken Dip. Okay.
It's elite.
I've never been to a Trader Joe's.
Neither have I.
The Marsh Green of dips. Oof, that's a good dip. Does it have a little spice to it?
On Saturday, last Saturday, I was grilling out. I made ribs.
See some ribbies.
Ribs.
They come out good?
A little fatty. It was a $7 rack from Kroger. You're like, all right, we're going by the pool, getting some beers. And
I'll take that. Yeah, sick invite, Alper, says Mike G.
Sorry, Mike G.
NYC B-Ball says, I'm too old for emojis. Damn, you took that personal, huh? My man, you want to zig when I zag. I love it, though. Hey, I love it. I love people when they give me a hard time, man. I appreciate it. Pushes me to be better. I appreciate it. Jordan Clarkson would beat Larry Bird one-on-one low-key, says MJ. Yabusele might. Yabu. Yabba-dabba-doo.
Yabba-dabba-doo.
I can't wait to say that. Michael Beasley would cook Larry Bird one-on-one.
Fruit punch happy dads.
Ribs and fruit punch happy dads.
You got the fruit punch right. I was drinking fruit punch Voodoo Rangers. 9.2%.
Good stuff.
Nice little IPA. He says too old for emojis, then uses one to end the sentence. Very good. Yes. Officer G.
Ah. Is this Mike G something you've been pursuing for a while, or is this new?
Police Academy takes a while.
Yeah, I have no idea. Youngins didn't see Bird play.
Don't have to.
Nope. I've seen all the tape. Katie's frying him. He's frying him. Deep fried. Twice.
Barbecue chicken.
Newer but very motivated. Love that, Mike G. You're gonna be great, bro. When I read that as benefits in prison. Great for my family, but the word is pension.
Yeah, you get a good pension. You get a really good pension if you work for the state police. That's at least in Delaware.
Glad you're enjoying it, Mike. You're gonna do great, bro. Whatever you choose to do, bro, you're gonna do great at it.
Mike G's thriving.
You're kind of like the Joe Wall to cops. Is it Joe Wall to cops? Is that disrespectful to say cops?
I don't think so.
He says
Yes?
yes.
Oh.
I think that was for the Joe Wall to cops reference. Big Joe Wall guy, a golden doma. Batman Mon is jealous.
Jealous.
You want us to toss your salad, bro? Hey, come on, man. What kind of comment is that?
What the
Pause. Thank you.
pause?
My man was jealous he wasn't getting attention. Act like my dog at home.
I hear they put you through a lie detector test for the police academy. Is that true, Mike G?
Mike G, you went on a lie detector test?
That's what I hear.
CPJ.
Crazy.
It's unbelievable.
He said, and I did. Yeah, see, they do.
Did you lie? This was awful.
I remember I was at a golf course last year, and one of the dudes, he worked the clubhouse, and he was like, yeah, I'm going to the police academy, and they're like, they ask you everything. Like, if you've ever done, like, a drug, they ask you in the lie detector test, and if you, like, don't pass, you're pretty much out.
You're out of there.
You're out. He passed. That's all that matters.
You get pepper sprayed next week? Have you already got tasered?
I've been tased.
Is it bad?
It's one of those little flashlight tasers.
Okay.
During the college days.
Young the hot boy. A lot of jobs do the pepper spray or the lie detector test?
Can't get tased
in New Jersey. Okay, I didn't know that.
Can't pump your own gas in New Jersey. Did you know that?
No.
You didn't know you can't pump your own gas?
I know that they have like people that do it for you. Why can't you do it yourself?
It's illegal to pump your own gas in New Jersey.
I don't. Why?
Maybe Mike G knows.
Mike G, we got to get you to change that law. MJ with some crazy takes today.
Oh, man. Marco Danelli? Danell? What about Cam Whitmore? Ooh.
Good luck with that pepper spray, bro. Shit is no joke.
Meadow
I got
B.
sprayed and jumped in the shower in my... What? All right. I'm glad I didn't read that last one.
What?
Meadow B, that's crazy, bro.
You guys are wildin'. Hoping Johnny Jazang gets picked up by us. Kentucky legend, and then he went to UCLA. NYC B-ball with a ton of emojis and a $5 super chat.
My bad, bro. I didn't know I struck a chord by saying that. I didn't know that I upset you by saying that. That's my bad. You know, I got a shot of Don Julio for you, bro. We got a little Don left in the bottle. I got one for you. How about that? Mike G, appreciate you stopping by, bro. Good luck, man. Good luck going forward. Hopefully the pepper spray doesn't do you like it did Menno B.
Or did MJ.
MJ got peppered too? Feels great, he says.
Oh,
Sham Sharania tweet.
We got a deal.
Tim Hardaway Jr. to the Denver Nuggets. A shooter heading to Denver. They could not shoot the ball at all last year. NYC B-ball. Salute, bro.
Nick Davidov says, I'm trying to send you a super chat. Is it not working, Nick Davidov?
I don't know why it's not working, Davidov. I'll check in after the spray. Love that. If you can get it on film, I'd pay for it. Coach Malpisha earlier said, I'm 50, and Kevin Durant would fry Larry Bird.
There we
It's
go.
because you know ball.
You know ball. Oh, I like Delano Banton. Coach Malpica. I like Delano Banton. I would take him on a vet min for the Knicks. He's a solid guy. Doesn't play a lot of minutes for the Blazers, but, I mean, he played a lot during the last couple weeks of the season each year. And when he would get 25 minutes, he'd scored like 25 points. I mean, if you look at his game log from April compared to in the season when he actually gets minutes, he's a solid player. Question is he going to take the vet min? Yeah, limited minutes. But if you look at his April, like if you go to his splits, he actually plays.
Who is this?
Delano Banton.
You like him?
I like-
that men guy?
Like, not a three-point shooter, but just a solid point guard. He can play, make a little bit. Like, if you look at this year, October, 4 minutes. November, 18 minutes. December, 17. But then you go all the way to April, 33 minutes. And he was averaging 16 points per game. On 34% from the field. Shooting about 17 shots a game. Anything on coaching? Anthony Clark, it looks like they're locking in on Mike Brown. And then Tim Hardaway Jr., you can see in the bottom of your screen, 1-year deal. Denver loading up. Yeah, they're going to try to take down OKC.
How do you spell Caitlin Clark? Is it Caitlin?
Yeah.
Is there an E on the end of Clark?
No.
Sophie Cunningham for the Fever, teammate of Caitlin Clark,
Yeah.
says, I don't know how excited people are going to be going to Cleveland or Detroit because the WNBA expanded there. The players in that league don't deserve Caitlin Clark.
No, they don't deserve the exposure.
They are idiots, actual idiots. And every time they speak in front of a mic, they reinforce why that league
Like, did you see the one video of the person trying to get an autograph, and they were like, why are you standing out here waiting for an autograph? Like, they don't like autographs. They don't like NBA Twitter, WNBA Twitter, whatever you want to say, like making fun of their players. But people love to make fun of their players. People love to joke about what happens in a sporting league. The WNBA just can't grips it together that's a part. That's what happens. Now they're saying, oh, we're expanding. I don't think players are going to want to go to that team. You're in the WNBA.
You play in Indiana. I've been to Indiana. It's a shithole.
It is not good.
Especially East fucking Indy.
You get to play basketball for a living. And you're going to complain?
Yeah. I just had to say it. Caitlin Clark is putting money in all of these girls' pockets. And they don't want it. Because they don't want to live in Cleveland. And they don't want to live in Detroit.
And they're jealous of Caitlin Clark. Jealous.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Like, They did a resume, and I want to find this tweet. I got to find this tweet. And they asked all the players, they asked the players, the media, and a fan vote. Oh, that's why I spelled Caitlin Clark wrong. Caitlin Clark rank. Here we go. They asked Caitlin Clark, or they asked all the players in the NBA, or WNBA, to rank each player. Who was the best? They said Alicia Gray from Atlanta was number 1. They said Sabrina Ionescu was number 2. They didn't say Caitlin Clark was the top 8. The players ranked her 9th because they're jealous. The media ranked her 3rd, and the fans ranked her 1.
I don't want to be like disrespectful to all the legends that came through the WNBA. I've never seen a woman play basketball the way Caitlin Clark does. Never. But
she can shoot from 30. Her court vision is amazing.
she's just a little different. Chaotic Shay, what's up, my man? $5 super chat. What's up, bro? Thank you for being here. Thanks for supporting the channel. Greatest pickups. Great pickup. Scoring off bench, much needed, upgraded paint and precious. Yeah, agreed. I was trying to find a list of bench scoring in the NBA, and you would be shocked how hard that is to find.
I know Tommy Beard tweeted out some bench stats. Don't tell Stephen Bondi. Yeah, JJ. Nafisa Collier is probably the best player in the league, in my opinion.
All right, so I've got bench points per game. The New York Knicks, if you had to guess, Alper, 1 to 30, where did they rank?
I'm going to guess 28.
Lower.
So worse?
Yeah.
30th.
You'd be correct.
Dead last in the NBA.
21.7 points per game off the bench for the New York Knicks. Do you want to guess the 29th team? And more so, how many points per game the 29th is? The Knicks are 21.7.
I'm going to say the 29th team is probably 32.3.
26.2.
Oh, I was off. Who is that team? Who's a good bench? Who's a not good bench team?
The LA Lakers.
That makes sense.
And the Knicks added Yabusele, who averages 11, and Jordan Clarkson, who averaged 16. Those two guys alone averaged more than the entire New York Knicks bench last year. The Knicks were the worst bench scoring team in the NBA. And like you talked about, Shay, I think it's kind of easy to see that it was like, if we're going to run it back with the core 7, we have to improve the bench scoring. So they added Clarkson, the best bench point per game scorer in NBA history of any player that has come off the bench for more than 500 games, and Yabusele, who averaged 11 points per game last year. Those guys will combine for 20 points per game in some way or fashion next year. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it will. And, yeah, like they got the Knicks bench, from a scoring perspective, got way better. Way better. You're right on the money, Shay. You're right on the money.
And you're also probably going to get a coach that's going to expand the rotation. You're going to get a coach that's not going to play Josh Hart 46 minutes a game. That's going to play Mikal Bridges 40 minutes a game. You're not going to get a coach that's going to play Jalen Brunson 40 minutes. So the bench is definitely going to make a bigger impact in 2025, and you also just got better in general. Mike Brown is worse than Tibbs. I really think Leon is just trying to help his client. Knicks' next coach must be Rick Brunson or Jeff Van Gundy. No, Chicken Man. Just no. Rick Brunson or Jeff Van Gundy? Come on, man. Come on. Be better.
What is Chicken Man saying?
Rick Brunson or Jeff Van Gundy should be the next head coach of the Knicks.
I usually just think you're trolling because I don't want to believe the things you say are things that you believe. So I'm just going to continue to think that you're just a troll.
That's absurd.
Appreciate you, Chaotic Shay. Callum! Call him! What's up, C. Hughes? It's my guy right there. Appreciate you for tuning in. Always supporting this channel, bro. Seriously. What's up, guys? Sorry I'm late. Hey, you do not have to apologize, man. We appreciate you tapping in. Hope everyone's having a good day. I think our Knicks can cause some real problems for team next year. Can't wait. If you had to power rank the teams in the Eastern Conference right now, Alper, how would you do the top 5?
I'm putting the Cavs at number 1. I'm putting the Knicks at number 2. It's kind of hard to put number 3. I want to put... If Kristaps Porzingis is healthy, I'm going to put the Hawks at 3 and then the Magic at 4. If Porzingis isn't healthy, flop them. No, I think the Pistons are going to be good too. I'm going to stick with it. I think the Hawks are better than the Pistons. I'll go with them.
Pistons lost a lot with Hardaway Jr. and Schroeder and Malik Beasley.
Yeah.
And all they've done is sign Karis LeVert.
And Cade. Still have Cade.
Still got Cade.
What about the 76ers? Until Embiid's healthy, I don't care about him. If Embiid's healthy, put him at 3. If Paul George is healthy, you could put him at 3. But they haven't shown anything.
Yeah, Jaden Ivey didn't play in the playoffs, was hurt. I like him, but they lost a lot of their shooters, like you said. I mean, Beasley was one of the best shooters in the NBA. Hardaway Jr. shot 37% for them, and Schroeder was a big get for them at the midway point of the season.
Really solid point guard off the bench for him. Still have Cade. Still have Duren. Still have Tobias. Those are three big players for him. But yeah, I think the Hawks probably had the best offseason. Jalen Johnson's healthy. And then after that, I think the Celtics are going to completely tank to try to be one of the worst teams in the league. That'd be the smart thing.
That draft pick.
Exactly. Where you got the Bucks if they keep Giannis? Who else do they have besides Giannis? They'll be a 6 seed. Giannis and Miles Turner is going to move you better than the Hawks, who have Trae Young, Jalen Johnson, Dyson Daniels, now Kristaps Porzingis. No. The East is weak. And then with the Magic, you still have Franz, Paolo Banchero, Jalen Suggs will be back healthy. You get Desmond Bane. And Batatse, right? Yeah. Just a kid from NYC. He should force his way out.
Who is this? Giannis? Absolutely.
Yeah, Giannis.
Absolutely, Giannis should force a trade, man. He's wasting his career. His teammates are Bobby Portis, Kyle Kuzma, and Gary Trent and Miles Turner.
Team sucks.
That team blows. It's upsetting, man. This guy scored 50 points in a closeout game in the NBA Finals, and he's been irrelevant in the grand scheme of things since.
And and statistically, he's absolutely incredible. But in today's NBA, one player can't win it for you. Like his April of last season, he was averaging almost a 30-point triple-double for the month. He's still incredible. But in today's NBA, you cannot win with just one star. And the Bucks don't have one star.
Chicken Man, so you're saying Rick Brunson's going to be the head coach? Is that what you're saying? If so, let's make a bet. You send me $100 on Venmo right now, and if Rick Brunson is the head coach of the Knicks, I'll send you $1,000. How about that? I think it's a fair bet. If you're confident, send me $100 on Venmo.
Plus 1,000 odds?
And if he does become the head coach, I'll send you $1,000 back. I think that's fair. Do y'all think that's fair?
I think that's fair.
You also said Mikal Bridges had another level to tap into, and I'm still waiting.
He said he's going to hit that gear.
Or Jeff Van Gundy. Hey, I'll open it up for that. I'll give you 2 coaches. If they hire Jeff Van Gundy or Rick Brunson, I'll send you $1,000. But you got to send me $100 right now. You got to send me $100 right now. So I know you're good for it. And we've got 350 people watching right now where it's documented. Cool, yeah.
Jeff Van Gundy.
If the Knicks hire Rick Brunson or Jeff Van Gundy, I'll send you $1,000, but you got to send me $100 today. That's cool, man. But, like,
Jeff Van Gundy.
put your money where your mouth is. Or, like, don't try to say we're wrong. I think it's a fair deal. It's a fair deal.
I don't think me or you, Marsh, have ever said Rick Brunson won't be on the coaching staff.
I don't think I've ever said that.
We just said he won't be the head coach.
Chicken Man, I don't think you're going to take the deal, huh? You're not
Doesn't
gonna
sound
take the
like
deal?
it. I will tomorrow.
Hey, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see, brother.
It's fair to say the Pistons got worse this offseason? Yeah, Carl Knight.
They did. They did. They lost Beasley. They lost Schroeder. They lost Hardaway. Potbelly Shazoom says, please, Don Staley. Well, they haven't interviewed her yet. I don't think it's that likely. I
think it was a publicity grab.
Chicken Man, we love you, Brody. We love you, Brody. Alan Nedzwicki in the building. What up,
here.
Nedzwicki?
There we go. What up, Al Nedzwicki?
Nedzwicki, my man. What up, fellas? Late as well. You're never late. You're right on time. Happy with the bench upgrades? Still would love a dagger shooter from 3. Let's go, fellas. Let's go, real ones. Let's go, Knicks. Nedzwicki, appreciate you being here, brother. It's hard to get a sharp dagger shooter for the funds the Knicks had. I mean, Yabusele shot 38% from 3 last year. That's not something to scoff at, in my opinion. Now, is he a bona fide, knockdown, got to close out on him, not leave him open? Nah, I wouldn't say that. But with the money the Knicks had, it's tough to find that. I'm looking at Dante Exum. I'm looking at Ben Simmons for this next vet minimum deal. It's about where I'm at on that.
Where I'm at, too.
RP Tone says Russ would be a good fit here. He's a true point guard, and we need that. Is Russell Westbrook a true point guard?
It's hard to say.
I view true point guards as people that value the basketball, that take care of the basketball. Richard at the Knicks Time says, y'all bugging with Ben Simmons talk? You think we're bugging for saying sign a number 1 overall pick to a veteran minimum?
A vet min, and you don't need him to score.
Who's a better player, Ben Simmons or Campaign?
Ben Simmons.
Who do you think's better, Richard? Ben Simmons or Campaign? Because that's the same money we'd be paying him.
He said Russ.
Okay, well, that wasn't
not
a
the
question.
question.
That's not a question,
Not
buddy.
the question.
And I don't think it's crazy to say that Ben Simmons might contribute winning more at this point than Russell Westbrook.
Ben Simmons isn't going to shoot you out of the game because he's not going to shoot.
Payne is better than Ben Simmons? We'll just agree to disagree then.
Yeah, Payne's not better, dude. Payne might be one of the worst point guards in the league, and there's a reason why he's not signed right now, and I don't think he's going to be signed.
We'll see if Cam Payne's in the NBA this year.
Ben Simmons doesn't like the basketball. You're not signing him to score.
Yeah, that's not why we're signing him. Signing him to handle the ball, bring some athleticism, and defensive versatility.
I'll take it. Oh, man. And he helps rebound, too, on the second unit? Exactly.
Bring some size. Like, Ben Simmons, if he never scored another point, is better than Cam Payne because of what he brings on defense. So I don't really understand. The high buy, man. You think Cam Payne is way better than Ben Simmons? Okay.
What did you watch all year? The high buy? When you watched Cam Payne, you were impressed?
Cam Payne had his moments. No doubt about it. The game against Detroit was awesome in the playoffs. There's a reason he got benched for DeLon Wright after DeLon Wright was out of the rotation. Yeah, I'm with you, Pop Belly. I think it's actually insane to say that Cam Payne is better at basketball than Ben Simmons. Our money could be wisely spent somewhere else. Well, you only have the veteran minimum.
Oh, man.
So I'm just confused. Where else could it? What veteran minimum player? Name it for me. Name it for me. What veteran minimum player would you rather have? Like who? Josh Giddey, going to make too much. Chris Paul, going to make too much. Malcolm Brogdon plays 20 games a year. Russell Westbrook, I would personally rather have Ben Simmons on my team than Russell Westbrook. You want Amir Coffey? Well, he's not signing for the vet men. You want Jabari Walker? You want Torrey Craig? You want Lamar Stevens? It's the vet minimum, guys. Remember. Where's TJ Warren? In the G League. Not in the NBA last year. I don't know, man. I have a hard time really agreeing with anyone that says Cam Payne is better at basketball.
Yeah, I mean, how could you watch Cam Payne play basketball and think that?
He doesn't pass better. He doesn't rebound better. He doesn't defend better. All he does better is shoot threes. And Cam Payne's not an efficient three-point shooter.
Cam Payne will take any shot that he sees.
So if you don't pass, defend, or rebound better, and Cam Payne is 6 foot, 150 pounds, and Ben Simmons is 6'10", 240.
Cam Payne is a traffic cone.
Yeah. Jorge Herrera, $5 super chat. Salute to you, bro. Andy Cat says the vibes around Cam Payne are way better. Hey, you are right. He dances better, and the vibes are better. That's for sure. That's for sure,
That's
Andy.
what you want on your basketball team? Not stuff that goes on the court, just vibes? Come on, man.
Jorge, happy to see what Knicks have done. Ain't never been to France. Got to learn the language. SMH, enjoy the fourth.
Sacre bleu.
What's up, my man? Jorge, thank you for the love, bro. Enjoy the fourth as well to you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for tuning in. Day 2 coverage here on Knicks Now by Chat Sports of NBA Free Agency. The Knicks have gone out and signed Guuerschon Yabusele to a 2-year, $12 million deal. That is their taxpayer mid-level exception. That hard caps them at the second apron. The New York Knicks have $3.8 million at this point to fill out 2 roster spots. They're going to sign someone to the rookie minimum, and they're going to sign a veteran minimum player, is what I anticipate at this point.
Cool.
They also, last night, like we told you all day yesterday, we put the video out before it was even official, that they are planning on signing Jordan Clarkson, and they did. They went out and they signed Jordan Clarkson for the veteran minimum, and I think a guy that averaged 16 points per game last year on the veteran minimum is a hell of a deal. The Knicks were the worst bench scoring team in the NBA last year. They add Jordan Clarkson, who can fill it up. He's erratic. He's streaky, but he can fill it up and create a shot for himself and others. And Yabusele averaged 11 points per game last year. Sneaky athlete, can get to the rim, shot 39% on above the break threes. I give the Knicks free agency a strong B+ so far.
With what you had, you got really good. You got 2 really good players with the money that you had and the moves that you were restricted to make.
NBA NFL prod Marsh, would the Knicks be back in on Giannis? Yes. The Knicks are all in on Giannis. If Giannis is on the trade market, the Knicks are going to do whatever they can to try to land him. Noah, what's up, man? Wait, can the Knicks trade Achua and campaign to clear cap space? No, because they're not on the roster right now. They're free agents.
They're free agents.
Their money's not being accounted for. We can go to the picture from Bobby Marks to show everybody. What's up, Chill Daddy? Appreciate you. Hit that thumbs up icon. Alper, he wants you to say his name.
Chill Daddy. Oh, man.
So the Knicks are hard cap at that second apron. That's what happens when you use that taxpayer mid-level exception. You have 12 players on the roster at this point. You did extend a qualifying offer to Kevin McCullough Jr., so he'll likely be back on a 2-way deal, I would assume. Look, it just is what it is right now. The Knicks don't have the most money to spend, and you're either going to sign Mohamed Diawara or James Najee, and then you're going to sign a vet minimum. So that's where you're at this point. Any way we can get Sadiq Bey from the Wizards for $7 million, it'd have to be a trade. And I don't know how you'd get that done. Jorge Marshall, I agree with you on a lot of things, most of the time. This time, I don't, because New York is not for everyone. The pressure here is different. Simmons can't handle that, clearly showed in Philly. Well, I do agree that he self-combusted and he pissed down his leg with Philly. It's a veteran minimum deal. Like, I think people need to understand that. It's a veteran minimum deal.
It's, what is it, $3 million?
Yeah, if that.
Yeah.
It's literally the minimum you could pay him. I'm not saying go out pay him big money. I'm not saying to give him a multi-year deal. I am saying give him a contract that is worth 1 year and $3.6 million. The literal least you could possibly pay him. Your contract is what sets your expectations in this league. Campaign was signed to a vet minimum. Landry Shamet was signed to a vet minimum. Drew Eubanks being waived by the Clippers and plans to sign with the Kings, huh?
I guess so.
Drew Eubanks. Potbelly, my man, 10-10-7. First Simmons off the bench. How about 5-5-3? That'd be great for the veteran.
I'd take 5-5-3 any day of the week.
5 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, and a half a steal a night. Push the break off misses. Let Brunson play off ball a little bit more. Play 10 minutes a game. That's
Can't
all
complain.
I want. And elite defense. Levi's the best.
And defend 5 positions.
Yeah, you could roll out a lineup of, I don't know how good of a scoring lineup it'd be, but Mitch, OG, Bridges, him, and Brunson, and
Brunson.
4 great defenders around Brunson. I want an elite defense too, but we won't have that with Simmons. Well, who else are you getting on the vet minimum that's going to make you an elite defense? What player going for the vet minimum is better at defense than Ben Simmons? I don't. I think you guys just don't. I don't know. I'd take Boucher. I'd take Lyles. Would you guys rather have Precious Achiuwa or Ben Simmons? Would you rather have Precious or Ben Simmons? Because for me, it's not even close. Precious, okay.
I'd rather have Ben Simmons.
It's not even close.
I'd rather have Ben Simmons. Jesus, man.
John Petta in the building. What up?
Go do your Broncos. Oh, my God.
I'm dead. Bodega Wi-Fi. Love that. Baptiste in the building. Where you been, sneaky dog?
Carl John Baptiste.
I didn't know you still rocked with us. I thought I saw you on some other Knicks channels supporting them. I didn't know you still rocked with the gang over here. Exxon would be a great fit.
Oh, 100%.
Be a great fit.
Vet
It
min.
didn't happen, did it? Oh. Absolutely. I would love Dante Exum on the Knicks. Moustakis. Hey, Marsh. Helly Alper. Looks like the Knicks are going to hire Coach Carter at this point. Give me your coach. Bing bong. Coach Carter, in my opinion, this is my opinion, is my favorite basketball movie of all time. I'm trying to think, like, what else would be up there?
I don't think I've ever seen it.
You haven't seen Coach Carter? You got to watch it, man. It's really good. It's a good movie. I love Coach Carter.
You got to watch Eddie.
Eddie, what is that?
It's a Knicks movie.
Is that the one with
Whoopi Goldberg.
Yep, I've seen the pictures.
How much of the chat has seen Eddie? She becomes the head coach of the Knicks. And they threaten to move the Knicks to like St. Louis in the movie. And she has to try to win the game to stop it.
Where do you watch that?
I have no idea.
Young the Hot Boy says really good movie. Are you saying,
Eddie? or
Coach Carter's
Carter?
a really good movie or Eddie is a really good movie?
Let's see. What is it streaming on? It's such a stupid movie. It's so stupid. Eddie movie streaming. You can stream it on Peacock or Prime. You can just watch the full movie on YouTube. It's free. That movie was funny. Eddie for laughs.
Eddie
Yeah.
over Coach Carter, CPJ? Coach Carter's elite, man.
I gotta watch it.
Like good hoops movie. Like a good hoops movie. Baptiste Blue Chips?
What about Like Mike?
I love Like Mike.
Like Mike is great. Have you seen the Thunderstruck?
Is that the KD one?
Yeah.
I've seen that a long, long time
It's
ago.
so bad. Eddie was a dumb movie. I never saw Uncle Drew.
I recently rewatched Rebound. I was bored at the house and I watched Rebound. Hustle's a good movie.
I haven't seen Hustle. I just don't watch movies anymore, man. I don't have time.
Coach Carter is a good one. I meant to say Reggie Jackson in the chat says so many great basketball movies. I probably know a few more given my age. Coach Carter's up there. I like it. Trace Moustakis says Hoosiers. I gotta watch it. I watched it as a kid, but I haven't watched it in a long, long time. He Got Game, good as well. Juwanna Man. Uncle Drew.
Carl Baptiste says Alper Can't Jump. That's a good movie.
It always comes down to that for you, Carl.
Thunderstruck.
I love Semi-Pro. That's a good one.
Is hilarious.
Carl can never jump, CPJ. He's got that baseline Kurt Thomas jumper from 12 feet out.
Oh, God.
8 Crazy Nights being a basketball movie is an insane take. Space Jam always. Glory Road, Moustakis, that's a hell of a movie. I love that movie.
I've never seen it.
Man, you got to watch these.
I
Glory Road and Coach Carter are on the watch list for Brett Alper.
All right, I'll watch them.
Did anyone ever watch White Man Can't Jump 2 with
Jack Harlow?
I kind of liked it.
I didn't watch it. I said, I'm not watching this.
Space Jam's up there.
What about Space Jam?
Yeah, Trace Moustakis. Tell this kid to get cultured. No Coach Carter. No Glory Road.
I don't watch movies. I'm too busy watching baseball, my gambling.
They do have a part 2. It's a little bit more of a comedy, but it's pretty good. Air Bud. Too busy glazing Tom Brady.
Who said that? Oh, my God.
Space Jam 2 with LeBron James is the worst movie of all time. The worst movie of all time.
Because I don't know how? Luke Papa? What?
Damn. It's calling you out.
Hey. Shout out Clark Schmidt on Saturday. 7 Ks. Got me paid. And then I went and spent it at the bar later that night. I didn't watch Space Jam 2. It's pretty bad. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty bad. That's Hustle. LB so wavy.
Did you watch it, Alper? It was the recent point guard documentary.
You mean just the basketball documentary?
It was about New York City point guards.
Oh, no.
Yeah, New York City point guards. I think I watched it on Showtime. That one was pretty good. That's a documentary, so that's not really a movie. That was good, though.
I watched Uncut Gems. Because I watched the basketball documentary. I started it.
It's NYC Point Gods. It was good. That was good. Did I finish Last Dance documentary? Yeah.
There was nothing else to do during COVID. And the whole time I watched it, Levi's the best, the whole entire time I watched it, I was like, all right, LeBron's still my GOAT. It didn't change my opinion on anything. It just made me think that, well, yeah, of course, Vasquez. I mean, Two for the Money is a great, great movie.
Damn, you're getting slandered.
Basketball. I love that movie. MJ 6 for 6 in the finals? Yeah, because he retired twice.
Yeah, LeBron as the GOAT is crazy.
He is. I've watched.
LeBron is not my GOAT.
I hated him. Absolutely hated him on the Heat. But it is the greatest basketball player I've ever watched in my life.
His highs are arguably higher than anybody. Too many lows for me. Too many lows. I can't unsee that Mavericks series, man. I can't unsee that. He literally stopped playing. He got phased out.
What do you have? 8 points in the one game? All right, Larry Nance to the Cavaliers.
Back to the Cavs. Going, back to Cleveland. Larry Nance.
Wasn't a Shams bomb, Levi's the best. It was a Mark Stein line.
I'm dead.
Stop glazing Braun and go get a girl. Jesus.
I ain't coming at you like that. Luke Papa specifically.
Oh, man. Luke Papa. Exactly, Levi's the best.
LeBron is not the GOAT. This can't be. He's number 2.
I'll argue it. Kobe's barely top 10. Just a worse Michael Jordan. Jalen Brunson, my GOAT. All right, Luke Papa.
Carl Knight says Westbrook is deciding between the Kings and the Knicks. That was Moustakis. He's just on point right now. Glory Road and 6 for 6.
He's a Chicago guy. That doesn't count.
And never went to a game 7. Never lost.
He pushed off.
He pushed off.
So did SGA, to be fair. Will said, saw Mike Brown at Hudson Yards 2 days ago and gave him a fist bump. I said, good luck with the job, and he winked at me.
I do not believe that.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe that, Will.
I don't believe you.
Semi-pro Will Ferrell is hilarious, Kenya.
Well, and we'll see.
Will, you got confirmation on that?
Why didn't you get a selfie?
Yeah.
You at least got to get the selfie. Oh, Coach Malpica says, LeBron, I believe my eyes and my experience as a professional athlete and coaching all sports for over 25 years. The man brought the resume.
I think this is fair. LeBron at his peak was better at basketball than Jordan. But Jordan has a better career than LeBron.
Okay.
I think there's a difference between best and greatest.
I can agree with that.
I think there's a difference between best and greatest.
I can agree with that.
Because to me, the way, and like everyone's distinction is different. Michael Jordan's the greatest player of all time. Like 6 for 6, the MVPs, first team All NBAs, all the records. But like, I'm not gonna stop anyone if they tell me that LeBron James was better at basketball than Jordan. But I can't say that Jordan was greater than I can't say LeBron was greater than Jordan. I can't say that. Did I just hear peak LeBron is better than peak MJ, or did I hear wrong? I said you could make that argument.
Go watch his Heat highlights. It is insane. His speed, his dribbling, just everything about his game is almost perfect. Bill Peter friend.
What's up, Bill?
Russ isn't coming to the Knicks.
Yeah, I think the door for Russell Westbrook to be a Knick has been shut. Moustakis is grilling you, bro.
Is he even a Bulls fan? He's a Bears fan. I don't
How
even
many
watch
games
basketball.
does this starting lineup win in 2025? Kevin Porter Jr., Gary Trent Jr., Kyle Kuzma, Miles Turner, and Giannis.
46? 46? They'll be over 500. Who starts instead then? Levi's the best. Like, the Bucks are terrible. Your second option is going to be Kyle Kuzma. I think they go over 500. I'm going to say 46. 46 is my prediction.
The only thing I would say to that, Menno B, is we can't say all of that and not also mention he came back and lost. That's the only thing I'll say. If you're going to brag about the break and then coming back and winning 3 more, that's cool. But you also have to talk about how he came back and lost. It has to be brought up.
He was also known as a loser before Scottie Pippen. Like, how many first-round exits? Michael Jordan was known as the guy that couldn't make the Eastern Conference Finals.
MJ's my GOAT. He's my GOAT.
Look at who LeBron had played with. Nobody. Except for on the Heat.
Bill Peterfriend says wasn't known as a loser, a little overstatement. Who said that?
I said MJ was known as like a typical loser because he couldn't make it. Before his first championship, did he even make an Eastern Conference Final?
Didn't he win a national championship, though?
I'm saying in the NBA.
Well, you can't be a loser early on in your career if you won the national championship.
That's fair.
I am Jules. What's up, Beast?
Ray Allen, Chris Bosh. He's played with Luka for half a year.
John Pettit, yeah. That's just where I get it gets slippery taking LeBron over MJ for me. I just can't do it.
Talking out my ass. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Cindy, how many wins do I think the Knicks can get? Hopefully 16 in the playoffs. Hopefully 16 in the playoffs.
This man Moose said he's played with Russ and Luka and only has 3.5 rings. Kevin Love. He won a ring with AD. He won a ring with Dwayne Wade. He won a ring with Chris Bosh. He won a ring with Kyrie Irving. Come on. As soon as he hit his prime age, as soon as they got Scottie Pippen. You got to remember that too. Bubble rings, half count. I'll argue this. Bubble basketball was incredible. Bubble basketball was awesome.
Moustakis, we have reached Justin level takes here from Alper today.
You didn't like bubble basketball?
No, that shit sucked.
I loved it. Pure form. It was great. I'm not saying that the championship wasn't legit. Or it was completely legit. Like, the only reason the Lakers won that finals was because they were completely healthy, because AD and LeBron had, 3 months to just rest and not do anything? But bubble basketball was awesome. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, the TV.
I don't care
screens,
about
but-
atmosphere. I care about hoops. I don't care about the fans.
Noodle arm Drew Howler.
He sucks. He sucks. I loved bubble basketball. Go watch that game against the Jazz and Nuggets. That was an amazing game. Bluefied said, I love watching the fans. I don't care. That's why I don't like college basketball. Oh, man. They won because they knew no one else wanted to be there.
Yeah, John Pettit. That's just where I saw LeBron James be scared to play basketball against the Dallas Mavericks. I can't unsee that. I cannot unsee it.
He had 8 points in, what was it, game 4, game 3? That's the only downfall that I don't have an argument about. He was terrible. Oh, we got Alper's #1 fan in the chat. Oh, man.
There were just too many other champions in his era to be the GOAT. You had the Spurs dynasty. You had the Lakers going for a three-peat. Warriors dynasty. Just too many other elite dynasties in that era for me. Did he always have the best team to compete? No, he didn't. But I also put that blame on him because ever since he left the Cavs, he built his teams.
Adam Silver, if 2020 was a bubble ring, explain why Jokic got schooled by Dwight Howard like Shaq got walked down by Hakeem. I guess I'm the only one that likes bubble basketball.
No, it doesn't make the case better because he could have beat those teams. And he probably should have beat some of them.
Popoff says 2018 LeBron was the greatest player we have ever seen.
Best, not greatest. Difference.
We got one. John Pettit says Melo, KD, and D Wade are all better basketball players than LeBron.
I don't know about all that.
All right, John Pettit. Getting worse takes than me out here.
Jordan Clarkson gave back roughly $3.6 million in his Utah buyout, about the same veteran minimum amount the veteran guard is expected to earn when he signs with the Knicks upon clearing waivers. I mean, clearly someone does want Schroeder. They just gave him $40 million guaranteed.
40 million?
Wait, wasn't it like 3 for 40?
45.
45.
Dennis's agent is insane. Yeah, the fact that you could get able to get 45. But it is the Kings. I wouldn't pay that. You can have him. Yeah, nobody's paying. I would not pay Dennis Schroeder $45 million.
Combo Wombo. What's up, man?
Combo Wombo. Marsh's #2 fan.
Y'all are funny, man. Y'all are hilarious.
Oh, man.
All right, we're going to sign off on today's show. We've been live for over 3 hours, and not much has happened. Thank you to Adam Silver. And
Appreciate you.
thank you to C.J. McCollum. A league that was built off of stars in Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. And the baton was passed to Michael Jordan, and then Tim Duncan and Kobe Bryant. And then the league reached the most popular state when LeBron left to go play in Miami. And then it became even more popular when there was more player movement from Kevin Durant to Golden State in the Dynasty era. And we decided to make a CBA that limited player movement, limited dynasties, and taking away the fun out of free agency. Adam Silver is one of the worst commissioners in all of sports. Rob Manfred is being challenged for one of the worst ever. And we decided to let C.J. McCollum decide the fate of the NBA. And we got to watch Oklahoma City and the Indiana Pacers in the NBA Finals, and no one cares. It's disappointing to see where the league has gone and where it's going. And
I don't like it.
It's trying to do the opposite of what made this league fun.
This was supposed to be the best time of the NBA offseason. And since this morning, and we've been live for 3 hours, we have gotten Josh Minot, Tim Hardaway Jr., Drew Eubanks, and Larry Nance Jr. That's it. Not even a trade in these last 3 hours.
Just everyone loved the NBA offseason, and now there's just not one anymore. All right, we'll see y'all later. Let's go Knicks.
Let's go Knicks.